be one of the greatest. That is a vow, yeah, that is a promise. Always wanting to be famous, just being real, yeah, just being honest. My haters gon' always be nameless, give them no clout, I give them no power. Creators built different, they ancient, sooner than later, what will be ours? I keep an eye out for the numbers, I stay in contact, synchronization. To infinity, even beyond it, I am a comment, no destination. A lot of things I am above, and there are a lot of things that are above me. Do not go for the people I love, cause then I get scary, then I get ugly, yeah. Ain't no problem when I'm not equation. Present, noted, observation. I'm not new here, reborn creation. Come and find me, sending location.
Hey, Miss Dovey. Hi, guys. Hi. Shout out to the Retro Replay Gang. Please like this video on your way in or out the door. You bitch. I'm talking about you, ho. So anyway, sorry for the delay. I was getting my I'm doing like a little rough draft of my kitchen. So before we get into the mess, let me show y'all what I've been working on. All right, bye. So here we go. I wanted to review this live, but for some reason my TV is acting the fuck up. It was fine until early. I don't know what the fuck happened. Make sure my camera's the right way. Hold on. There it is. Look, guys, that's my little thing holding the TV's my little, remember that little TV, not TV, refrigerator. Okay, Hedie, I got you. The refrigerator, because the the rug. Wait, did I copy the link right? Hold on, let me do this right. Copy. Second, guys. Paste. There you go, Hedie. So it was a little thing, so I had to do that. Yeah, I see the pigs. Too cute. Hey, stick girl. So everybody does pink, but when you see the pink kitchens, they be like Hello Kitty, right? So you know I gotta have my own thing because I'm an original. All right, so just so y'all see that. Turn my camera off. What's up, King Voodoo?
Hey, yeah. What's up? What you been up to?
Huh?
I said, what you been up to?
I've been chilling. I was supposed to go see in an apartment today because this guy that I was working with, he showed me another apartment, but he know I had a daughter, but I guess he didn't pay. Hey, so fly Earthy G. I guess he didn't pay attention to the age. So the apartment I was going to take, he told me, mostly older people live in this unit. So he was like, everybody that's young in here eventually wants to move out because they always complain about the kids making too much noise. So he told me he had some other stuff coming up. He said he just had, he still was going to show me the apartment, but he was like, just to be full disclosure, I'm like, you know what? Thank you for letting me know that I'm already in an environment I don't really like, so I don't want to move into that again. So he had 2 apartments today, but something happened with him, so we wound up going. So I just worked on my kitchen. Hey, St. James, and I was so mad. What's up, Brian? And I was so mad because I'm like,
is it still in the same borough? You still in the same? Oh, okay. Oh,
no, but not the ones he was showing me. But I don't mind. I'll take any borough, but the one he was showing me, it wasn't in this borough.
Oh,
but what's going on, Hedie? As you can see, I had a time last night, and I was like, oh my God. You know what?
Yeah, because how did that start? Like, what happened?
Okay, let me tell you how it started. I had listened to a bit of the replay, but I felt myself getting angry, and I had to take care of business. But I was trying to look for the timestamp. So she was up there being, what's up, Shaka? She was up there, she lets Jay Dunn just run stuff, right? So I was talking, and then Jay Dunn was starting that shit again. I said, listen, Jay Dunn, I told her to be quiet because I was like getting aggravated with her. And then she was like saying something about, oh, let Jay Dunn. I was like, no, if I'm speaking, if you want, you and Jay Dunn can have a show, because like this weird ass flirting that you claim you're not into, and she keeps interrupting people to do it, is like, it's weird. Like, I don't want to be, this is stupid. I'm not about to keep going through this. I said, why don't you just straight up and down tell her that there's no interest there, so we can stop going through this, because nobody seems to be enjoying this. I said, maybe you low key like this shit. You know what I'm saying? Then she starts cursing and this, trying to curse me out. So then Jay Dunn, she gets to start trying to talk about my daughter indirectly. So I caught what that bitch was doing because she's not fucking slick or fucking smart. So of course when she does that, you get this fat ass ugly bitch Jill. She always jumps in any chat. Anybody, somebody's dragging my daughter, being passive aggressive because she's a weak ass bitch. I hate when people that wasn't born cute try to get cute. So anyway, I'm cursing her and Jay Dunn at the same time. Hey Mikey,
Mm.
um, they ain't listen to the conversation, Mike. You'll see. So then I'm cursing her, and she's cutting me off. Talking about, no, let her finish. Let her finish. Like I'm about to give her the floor so she could try to drag my child. Are you out your fucking mind? And I told her, I'm not you. She ain't about to sit here and talk shit about my daughter. We about to move the fuck on. What the fuck you think is going on here? And what the fuck you mean you're not me? Bitch, she just cursed your son out the other day and was back the next day. The fuck is wrong with you? I don't play those games. And then she was like, you always bringing your daughter up. I said, and Chap was like, what? Jay Dunn kept fucking bothering her and talking about her daughter. What are you talking about? But she was insistent on it. I said, girl, just because you into this weird ass fucking freak looking bitch, she ain't gonna be talking crazy to me. The fuck is wrong with you? Now we was going back and forth. Oh, when I was listening, I didn't even hear it that night. But when I was watching the replay, she was like, "Oh, Edie sent you here." I'm like, "What the fuck are you
Wait,
talking about?"
who said that?
Yeah, she did with her weird ass. Talking
Wait.
about you,
Who?
Ness.
She said you sent me there.
No, that you sent me.
What? What?
I
I,
know it was weird. I haven't spoken to you since the last time we was on the panel together.
right.
And when we email, we don't be talking about that weird ass bitch. Like I said, the last time I think we emailed, you told me, 'cause I remember I had to come to the panel that night, and then I think you got back to me like a day or two later, and you was like, "Oh no, I'm not really dealing with that, but if you ever want me to come over, let me know." And that was like the last time we even emailed. Nobody be talking about that weird bitch. When I emailed you, I was like, and I told him I was going to do it on the panel. I was like, wow, Jay Dunn is claiming she's in love with Ness. This is weird. You know what I'm saying? So. But anyway, so for some reason she seemed to think everything I said you told me to say it or some shit. No, I'm saying what the fuck it is. That's what I said. And then she took my son. I trying to make blame me for people attacking my child because they want to start shit with me. And then when I curse they fucking ass out and they can't take it, then they want to get mad and shit and bring up Nyla. So I'm cursing her and Jill. Oh, why you going to now? She been saying Jill's a thick ass bitch, but all of a sudden yesterday she want to act like she innocent. Then and then she like she always implying like somebody's jealous. I'm like, what am I jealous of? What would you have that I'm jealous of, Ness? Like even that thing when she came to Pill's channel and I was on her link, she was like, I hope I didn't offend you trying to take your shine. Like what shine? I want Pills to have as many people as he can on his channel to promote it. You're not taking anything from me because you don't bring what I bring. You're not me. You're not in no competition with me. You're not qualified to be there. And I don't know how many times I kind of keep telling these weird ass people, I'm in my own motherfucking lane. I'm worried about
Yeah.
me and you worried about me and I'm worried about me. It's a win-win all around. But I don't really give a fuck what you got going on. I'm gonna focus on
Well,
me.
the thing is that like I saw some of the live. I mean, like the kind of saw the part that you and when you and Jay Dunn like got into it, and I was like, why are y'all even going back and forth? But I mean, I knew that was going to happen with Jay Dunn because she doesn't know how to she falls out with everyone and she doesn't know how to maintain relationships for a long period of time. So it doesn't surprise me. And I knew and every time something doesn't go her way or she doesn't like what you said or something like that, she's going to
Right.
go for the jugular. She's going to try to go for your kid. And that's one thing that I was saying to you on when you was at Jay Wilson's and stuff. I was trying to tell you like don't expect none of these people, and I don't want this is no offense or anything, but don't expect
Uh-huh.
none of these people to protect you or your daughter because they don't care. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that's for anybody that has kids. When you click on this link, they are clicking I mean, you're clicking on a link and they're gonna go for whatever they feel like your jugular is, whatever they feel like your go-to is. So just know that it's a possibility that they will try to drag your daughter. And I don't know how you feel about that or anybody's kids. If I had a kid, they would try to drag my kid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying we have to keep that in mind. And maybe do you think that you be in the wrong sometimes when you hold the channel holder responsible for like Jay Dunn's weird mouth or somebody else's?
No, I don't think I'm wrong because in both particular cases, I'm not asking them to protect my kid, but don't sit there and try to mute me while they and shush me and you did nothing to them. You see what I'm saying? And I have the right
Mm,
to defend my kid. And once they bring my kid up, I got the right to go the fuck off however I see fit. As long as
oh
I'm not
yeah.
saying words that can get your channel flagged, you should not be into fucking interrupting me. I don't give a fuck if they can be heard over my mic. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about waiting a turn. What fucking? Why should I be civilized with a fucking bitch that tried to come at a 6-year-old? What the fuck is that?
I completely understand where you're coming from, where you have, where you want to take up for your daughter and things like that or whatever. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And like, I don't understand, like, because I don't do kids. Like, I'll talk about
Right.
like old people, all different type of stuff. And I really don't even like to do too old people or whatever, too old of individuals or whatever. But kids, I don't do kids and stuff. And it's like that will be Jay Dunn's go-to. So it made me think to myself that something you said triggered her, just like something I said triggered her, because she thought she was doing something, clicking on Ness's link, talking, trying to shut me up by making like threats. Oh, I got your, or you talking about that fake ass shit that I sent
Oh
to
yeah. Oh
VS?
yeah. I think that's what she was mad about when I cut her off because I was like, she was like, yeah. She was talking about you in some instance or whatever, and then she was like, yeah, I'm not scared of Heidi. I think I probably in the chat was saying it too. So she was like, because how she ran off the panel when you was going up there. She ran. That's what the fuck happened. She was talking that shit about you. She's bringing you up, and now that you have, and everybody knows that she claims she's such an OG in the B sector. If you are talking shit about somebody, they have the right to hit the link and respond. That's
Right.
always. Hey, sponsor. Thank you, boo. So, I
Yeah,
was
and I
telling her
just, yeah, I thought
she was
that was
claiming.
just in poor taste. Like, she went at the way that she was trying to talk about like Nyla. It's like,
Yeah,
why are you
but
so
let me tell you what
miserable?
she meant. I'm glad you brought that up because she was claiming to have your state ID and all your information, and she's claiming that Ness gave it to her.
She don't have my
And
information, and Ness don't have my information. They don't even have the right social security number. So like I said that shit last year, and I also told her to look. I like to. One thing about Jay Dunn, she always misses, and she always it makes herself look dumb. I told her last year. See, the difference between me and Jay Dunn, I get accurate information on people. She has to guess, and she had to wait for somebody else to give her some hearsay type of information, some secondhand information that isn't even my stuff, because it's not linked to any, that's not my social. I said that shit last year. So if it's not my social, that means that's not my information. Secondly, if she's talking about that bullshit that I sent to VS, she's really gonna look stupid. So I really hope that's not what she's talking about, because anything that I put on my channel, I put on my channel purposely and things like that or whatever. Any other stuff that she's talking about, like, I don't know why Jay Dunn. I've been going at her since I had my first channel. Jay Dunn puts no fear in my heart at all. So I don't know why she would even think to say something like that, like she's gonna shut me up, because that's just gonna make me talk even more. That's gonna make me say even more. And she's mad at me. And I think Dory probably hit the nail. That's why she has a problem with Dory. If you notice, when she's on panels with Dory,
yeah,
she goes at her, and she always wants to fight with her, because I really think that Dory struck a nerve, and she really struck a nerve where she said, well, I do think you are jealous of this heat and stuff like that, because just this heat had the woman that you wanted and you can't get, and you want people to think want you and shit like that or whatever.
right,
That's the whole premise around this shit. I mean, me and Ness are not together or nothing like that or whatever, but we were together. And that's what people are like, well, why would she be jealous? Well, no, people aren't like, why would she be jealous? But she's like, she's trying to make it seem like she's not jealous. But every time she gets into it with Ness, she brings me up and all this other shit. Like, if I'm not a threat to you, stop bringing me up, which I already know I am a threat to you, because I obviously look better than you. And not only that, but I'm like, you're twice my size in width, not height, but in width. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
So that goes on, and she's almost three of me. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And on top of that, the dental hygiene is not there. The hygiene overall is not there. And then I'm watching Bambi go at I'm on somebody else's channel. His name is what, Nighttown Newman's channel or stuff like that. I was watching this old video, and Bambi was talking about how she not only did the girl, you know, smell and shit like that, but now Bambi was talking about how she only had one bra, and how she
Wow.
only like and how she only had one pair of drawers. These are Bambi's exact words. Jay Dunn only had one pair of drawers.
Oh
So
my
that
goodness.
was disgusting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how are you up here talking about Shakim? How are you up here talking about all these people that you call yourself, all these people that you claim having hygiene problems, and your own ex-girlfriend said that you only had one change of bra. You only had one bra, and you only had one pair of underwear the whole time
Right.
you was there. So that was
Yeah, that's crazy.
disgusting. You know
Very
what I'm
disgusting.
saying? But you claim you got money and all this other shit. When I went to Miami, I had 7 pairs of clothes, brand new clothes, brand new shoes, brand new everything. Fucking colognes, because all I wear is cologne and shit like that or whatever. Brand new everything, soaps, my the stuff that I put on my teeth and stuff like that or whatever, like all of that. So I'm like, how is it that this girl, you know, you claim you got all this stuff and you just now, like I said, she had to be roasted into getting her mouth taken care of. That's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't understand. And then she's talking about you as if she's even any better than you, and she's not.
Nowhere near it. And that's what I had to explain to her. And I was just cursing her out. And she's talking about her dad that didn't even raise her, that spent all his time in fucking jail. That's why she gotta be your man. Her daddy never was to her and shit like that, with that weird bad shape bitch. And then Nessa sitting there trying to play in my face, encouraging the bullshit, and trying to blame me for people attacking my motherfucking daughter. Like I told her, you're not gonna sit here and tell me I can't talk about my own motherfucking child. It's the difference when you with your child every day versus not. And then she got offended by that, but it's the motherfucking truth. And then she started talking about that's why you can't communicate with your daughter. And I was like, well, that's why your brothers, they protect you from getting beat the fuck up. And then it just kept going and going and going. We was basically going in on them, and it was just crazy. Like, but it was very disrespectful and for no fucking reason. Like, the only thing I did was tell her, because you so worried about people saying F word. Well, what if how you gonna sit there threatening to dox somebody in the channel? YouTube do not like that shit. And number two, I don't know if they be paying attention, but the feds have been picking up a lot of people based on the shit that they say on the motherfucking internet, bitch. So I wouldn't be sitting here confessing the crimes if I was your dumb ass, but you supposed to be so motherfucking smart. Both of y'all. Hey, Daria. So yeah, I just didn't appreciate that, attacking me and then blaming me for my daughter fucking getting attacked, and then turning around trying to be a motherfucking victim. Then you got this drunk ass nigga up there trying to attack me, and all he do is harass me, and I know that he's really into trannies. Hey, Machiavelli. Hey, Miss Me. So why would I even? You know what I'm saying? You're into trannies. You're in love with Lady Dimples. We all know what the fuck it is. Don't you fucking address me. That's why I turned down your cash app. I didn't even know, but I heard the bitches was going through all that shit. All he was giving out was like 10 to 20 motherfucking dollar cash apps. He's a drunk. He has no idea what's going on. And then he just getting up. But I rejected his cash app the first day I met him. And I never let him on my panel or anything because he's a motherfucking weirdo. Then you had Rebel up there who's a judge. And I think it was somebody in the chat constantly attacking me. And I noticed when he came on the panel, trying to come at Lady Dimples, I know it's that person left at the chat. And then they all, and like, this nigga's camming up his fucking floors. You can literally see the sticky stuff on the floor. And God knows where that sticky stuff come from. It's dirty as hell. And then they still like trying to have him, like, she was just being a whole fucking weird bitch, letting people over talking me, but trying to make me hurry up and say what the fuck I gotta say. No, we're not doing that, bitch. Don't fucking play in my motherfucking face. And I already told her, I will not be on no panel where my daughter's allowed to be fucking attacked, because I didn't say anything except why you committed to federal crimes. And then the second thing was, because you claim you're not into her to flirting with you. So why you have a problem with me cutting her off? Because you having a problem doing it. You clearly need help. Hey, Jeannie, what's up, boo?
Yeah, I don't understand why they allow, like, why people allow Rex to come on their platform. I don't understand why people allow people who are not going to join in on the conversation or tune in to
Right.
what's being talked about, or add to the topic. I don't know why they allow them to. get on the panel and stuff. I don't know what's the reason. Doesn't make any sense. I don't give a fuck if they was waiting in the back forever for the
Right.
entire show. They would not come on my platform because it doesn't do nothing but annoy the audience. And at some point in
Right.
time, you have to think about the audience. You can't just think about, oh well, this person wants to just click on the link and I'm just gonna have them up there collecting dust. Like, no, Simon and Rex could not click my link. Any of them, and also any of them other panel killers that bring nothing to the table. You cannot click. You would not be able to click my link. I'm sorry.
And he's not even giving out big cash outs. And I think she
Yeah,
even had to act up because hadn't even gave her anything. She was allowing that annoying shit. But hold on, Machiavelli said, didn't us get mad at the Nigerian hacker about her kid being discussed, but allow your baby to talk about? Exactly my point. She likes to be fucking two-faced. And then the shit that she was saying to me applied to her. Something like, why would I listen to you about mother? You're not even raising your fucking child. I'm not worried about a motherfucking thing you say. You cannot say shit to me. You don't even know shit. You see what I'm saying? Y'all niggas get mad in real life and call CPS. A CPS is not a threat to somebody who takes care of their motherfucking kid. Who are you hurting? What has happened? What has become of a motherfucking cause? Not a goddamn thing has motherfucking changed. The only thing you do is giving me standards for a fucking to put you in jail and have it. And if they do try to harass me, a lawsuit. The fuck is you talking about? You can lie all you want to, but it's not gonna make it fucking true, bitch. You can say anything you want to, but when they come here, they're gonna see none of that shit exists. That the fuck you're talking about. You don't even know my fucking daughter. You don't know how well she talks or how well she doesn't talk. The only fucking thing that counts is that motherfucking school and doctor, bitch. And I get nothing but A+ across the board. And anybody, and I don't even let them talk to people in my family. Like, bitch, I don't need y'all. I don't need nobody to fucking give me no validation as motherfucking mom. But you need the validation, and you be feeling some type of way, like. Just like she got mad when she was over here and they giving me a compliment on me being a good mother. You feeling triggered. Why are you feeling triggered? You change your fucking outcome if it's bothering you. Hey, demon. So, but yeah, she always fucking does that. And I don't know where it came from, except that I called out, like, you claim that you're not into Jay Dunn, but it sounds like you're into it. Like, even if for nothing else but it's for a self-esteem boost. And like, how bad are you doing it if you need Jay Dunn to boost your fucking self-esteem? Like, why are you doing this? Nobody fucking likes it. They even said Lemon was getting more number. Yeah, because you kept letting Jay Dunn interrupt the panel to do that weird ass shit. And you're not saying nothing. And then when I do, you was mute all this time. But the minute I say something to her, all of a sudden you want to come off mute and try to have some fucking bravado about me. The fuck is wrong with you? Do you like it or not? If so, let me fucking go then. Because I don't want to sit here and listen to this bullshit.
yeah.
I'm
After a
there to fucking
while, I
support
stopped.
you.
After
Yeah.
a while, I stopped watching because, I was like, Jay Dunn to me, she was just doing too much. And I was really getting like kind of like weirded out when she was talking about Nyla, because even when me and you got into it, and I already knew that Jay Dunn didn't mess with you to begin with, because I noticed that sometimes, a few days ago, or whatever, and not even a few days ago, last week, the week before, she would be on panels like kind of like throwing jabs at you as if she wanted
Really?
there. I mean, yeah, she would it would she would know she had like a smart mouth with you.
Mhm.
And every time sometimes like when you would say something that she didn't like, or
Oh yeah. I noticed
yeah,
that. And I would
and I
ignore her.
would
You
yeah,
see, I
you
gave
was
her a
really
pass.
trying. Yeah, you was really trying to be cool with her. And it was like she does not know how to maintain healthy relationships. And I know that it might offend people when I talk about her being on the spectrum, but she's trying to make it seem like I'm the only person who said like something was wrong with her.
Everybody's been saying
And
that.
yeah, if we want to point out the people, like Jay Wilson said you was on the spectrum, Nika said you was on the spectrum, I said you was on the spectrum. We can go down the list of all the people who
It's a
said that
shorter
they
list
think
of the
something's
people
wrong
who
with you.
haven't said it. But
Yeah,
thank you for it, Jeannie. I know you good. So I'm gonna check it after I get off this live because I'm on my phone. Hey Gigi.
yeah,
But Jeannie, I promise you, it was very weird energy. And the fact that they both just flipped on me like that for no reason. As you can see, when her and Jay Dunn have those weird ass conversations, I don't even say nothing. Like, hey, if this is what you into, like I'm just sitting here, I'll be like doing other shit on mute, doing other shit. You know what I'm saying? So for them
right.
to both try to, and she just talked about your son. Like if you don't have a problem with people talking about your kid, that's you. Good for you. I have a fucking problem with it. I'm gonna always have a problem with that shit. And it was not necessary. I didn't even say fucking nothing. As you said, and even the chat was telling her like Jada been poking at her all fucking night, and that's what she do. But I ignore her because I know she cannot take my mouth. Because I
And
heard what she
that's
said.
what she does. She pokes at people, and she wants to get a rise out of people and shit like that, because there's nothing going on in Jay Dunn's life. She's disgusting, she's ugly, nobody wants her, and she's just miserable. So she has to, every time, she can't just have a good time on the panel. After a few hours or a few minutes pass by, you just notice that she just keeps like coming at you until you either ignore her. I mean, there's one or two things gonna happen. You either ignore her, or you match her energy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I have went back and forth with Jay Dunn on practically all of my channels. I'm not in the energy to go back and forth with her. If we want to talk
Exactly.
about women, women are always going to choose me over her on any occasion, on any day. You know what I'm
Tell
saying?
her.
So what
Tell
exactly
her.
are we fighting about? I can't fight you on anything, especially based off of looks. I can't fight you off of that. I can't fight you off of even on intellect, because even though you are somewhat smart, you're not smarter than me. So that's the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't take nobody else to dox or help dox anybody for me. I can do it on my fucking own, because I don't need nothing but a little bit of information. I don't need your number. I don't need none of that shit. All I need is just one little thing or whatever, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll have all your shit. But one thing about me, when I did do certain things, I never did anything involving any with children. I don't do that weird ass shit. But she will, I
You
mean, it
don't.
was just so disgusting to me how she was talking about, you know, how Nyla and stuff like that or whatever. And the whole thing is that you don't know, just because she was like, well, I'm not on the that's the thing. You have to keep like educating her on this whole Asperger's or autism, high functioning autism, which is what I
Right.
think she has. She has Asperger's, or I mean, which is the same thing as high functioning autism. So
Yeah, and another thing, people like to try to play semantics, but I'm telling you, well, I said she had Asperger, not autism. No, you're saying she has autism. But you go ahead with your thing, and I'm gonna say, well, I don't think she does. I do think she has some type of mental health issues, but go ahead. What
But
was your saying?
I did, when I first had my channel, I did a whole like presentation on why I feel like that's what I think she has or whatever. And I also asked somebody in my family that happens to be a psychologist, and I told them to watch this 1 hour video of her just interacting with people, and not understanding certain questions, and not being understanding when someone says no, and all these different things, or just understanding certain social cues and certain social environments and things like that. And they was like, oh, they was like, does she know that she has blank blank blank? And I was like, or does she know like there's some, they were like, oh yeah, something is actually wrong with her. And they was like, that she's definitely undiagnosed. That's what they said. And that's what prompted me to do the Asperger's thing and things like that. That presentation that I did on my first channel, because I was like, something is not right, because things aren't clicking. Things are not clicking. And there's nothing wrong. Like I said, there are billionaires that have Asperger's. There are billionaires that's on the spectrum. And also I wanted to say, to your point, because you said that because she enjoys attention, she needs attention and stuff like that. Well, there's all different types of people are in this on this world and stuff like that or whatever. And that there are people who have it, who do like attention. There are actresses and actors that like attention, that are on the spectrum. So, and then she said, well, I was verbal when I was a kid. That, I mean, what does that have to do with anything?
Right, because my son was verbal. My son was
There's
verbal all, up the
nonverbal
whole
and
time. Yeah,
verbal. Yeah, there's
yeah.
nonverbal and verbal. So it's like
Exactly.
she doesn't even understand what it is. She doesn't even understand like that type of stuff. So she sounds so stupid when she talks. She should just say nothing when it comes to that Asperger's conversation, because she has no leg to stand on. If she wants to make herself out here to think that she's perfectly normal, she's not. You know what I'm saying?
Far, far, far
But
from it.
what was your
Yeah, because I was just gonna say, because she was making a point about verbal, like you said, there are nonverbal and there are verbal. There are some people that are adults and still not verbal. Nala was just a little bit slower with her speech because she was born like right a year before COVID started, and everybody was alienated. My son always had a sibling, so he picked up everything faster, like nobody even knew. But anyway, what I was gonna say, yeah, it's the attention seeking for me. And like I said, most people with autism, they do have to me, the high functioning ones are very aware of social cues. Actually, they're very like they got like a third eye for it. Like I think it's something else wrong with her. I think she has like a when you get attached to people, and I do think she's lonely. I don't think nobody deals with her except for they have to maybe in a work environment situation. And I wonder like if they even make her work remote now because she's very clingy. I forgot to look up the what it's called, but she's like a stage 5 clinger. Like she clings on to it, even if it's clear that she's not wanted around. She will actually pay her way to be around people who clearly don't want to be bothered with her. That has to me, I just see that more as like somebody with some type of clingy disorder, some disorder that having to do with like clinginess, like whatever it is, like whatever medical term they got for like a stage 5 clinger, because that's what she is. And she because she has no real attachments in life with long history, because she's a very annoying, overbearing person. That's why people are real like it feels like she forces herself on people because she can't do it in real life. So she wants to like, oh, we knew each other for years, because she doesn't have that in person. I don't know what the mental health, but that's what I believe she has, not so much autism. That's why I always fight against her.
Oh,
She's so yeah.
when I showed, my relative who's a psychologist, when I showed them that that 1 hour clip of Jay Dunn going back and forth with people, and just her answering and her communicating with people, she gave me a whole list, like three to five, I think it was 3 to 5 different things that Jay Dunn could possibly be dealing with. So it could be multiple different diagnoses going on. There could be multiple different things wrong with her and things like that. But for her to think that how she communicates is actually normal, and the things that she does and things like that is normal, it's like she literally lives in this environment. Like this is her life. I literally seen this. And this is what I'm talking about. I literally seen this girl from sun up to sun down. Mind you, I'm on the West Coast, so I'm 3 hours behind practically everyone on the East Coast, of course, the Eastern Standard Time or whatever. But the thing is that she was literally on. I've seen her on panels the entire day, and this is the girl that wants people to think that she has a job and she's doing this and she's doing that and she's doing all these X, Y, and Z. But you don't have a job. I honestly think that if Jay Dunn genuinely had something wrong with her, she would be too ashamed to talk about it, because she wants people to think she got it all together. She got it all figured out. She got all this money and stuff like that. Meanwhile, she's digging into her 401k plan to pay for fucking panels and shit like that or whatever, to pay people and shit like that or whatever. Meanwhile, she needs donations for a fucking attorney and shit like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you don't got it like that. You had that raggedy ass house in Mississippi that wasn't hitting on shit. That didn't give you no fucking return like that or whatever. A couple of bucks if you ask me. But so the girl didn't have it like that. And it's just a lie after a lie after a lie. And then you see the bumpkin ass, barnyard ass family. And I want to tell Lemon's dumbass that when we talk about bumpkins, bumpkin is a reference to country ass Southerners. No disrespect to the Southerners, but that's a term that you use for country ass Southerners and shit like that or whatever. Those motherfuckers down there. That's a term for Southern people, the country motherfuckers and shit. That's not a term that you use, because he was trying to call that. I was like, do y'all even understand the words that y'all use? Y'all just be throwing words out there, don't even know the meaning of it. Now he's starting to use words like acquiesce. You can't even spell acquiesce, Lemon. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on. Come up with your own shit. And these people are just regurgitating everybody's commentary. Everybody. It's
Right.
like we're all sharing the same sheet of paper, the same script, and we're all reading that shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, some of us who don't have like an extensive vocabulary, or like Pizarro. Even Pizarro came at you, and we know she is an
Right.
undercover dyke, and she got mad because
That
I
part.
called her undercover dyke, but we was hanging out in Truth Enterprise, and Truth Enterprise played that entire clip from Pizarro the
Yep.
other day, like she was crying for her girlfriend. Ness needs to. he wanted me. Ness need to know that he wanted me. He didn't want Ness. What type of straight woman talks like that? Do you think Uppity would talk like that? Uppity's a whole
Hell
straight
fucking
woman.
no.
Uppity is a straight woman. She don't give a damn about no Ness and
Right,
this heat. But
right.
Pizarro is like always still trying to undermine, still trying to make Ness feel some type of way when it comes to me. And she needs to understand that she was not chosen. So she has to just move forward and she has to move on with her life. Find you another girl. I said girl. Find you another girl. Stop using these men for beards, which we can't use beards for that term because that's for a gay man, But stop using these men. We're just gonna borrow that term today. Stop using these men for beards, Pizarro, and get with the times, and get yourself another girl because I'm done.
Love you more, Q possible. Thank you, boo. Thank you for stopping through, Lady Nipple. Shot camera. That's what's up. That's what she get, weird asshole. Miss Zoe, you want to come up? Okay, I'll put the link for you.
Oh wait, no, oh god, why does she want to come up? Like, I don't even like that lady, man. Like, everywhere I'm at, like, why does she have to come up? But anyways, like, because she never has nothing smart to say. Like, I'm not gonna say anything to her. So, but anyways, um, what was I gonna say? What else were we talking? Oh yeah, why did you and Pizarro go back and forth at pills? What was that about?
Oh, yeah, that's good. Let me tell you what happened with that. Jealousy. Like she's jealous. Oh, like I don't think she's married, or I think her and Jay Dunn are in the same particular position. I don't think she got friends. I don't think she has a man. It's questionable whether she got kids. So I went over there just to support Pills because he be coming over here supporting me. I called him live, and they're from the Umar sector. So I figured since his Umar daughters came out saying that he doesn't what you call it, support his own kids, more dusty nigga shit, right? So he had a car. So I went over there. He gave me a shout out. So, oh, this one of the most beautiful women on the East Coast. Da da this da da da. You know how Pills be talking. So he was putting a link. So I was like, okay, I'll come up for a few. So I went up there. I'm just, shooting the shit because I also think that girl that called herself a Queen Sanity up there who was talking major shit over me over that Poverty, but Poverty got a lot of people that kiss ass. So, and they weak ass bitches. So I said, oh, she up there, and the drug Rex was up there too. So that's why I wasn't gonna go up there at first. I'm like, you know what? I don't never see this bitch nowhere else because she be places I don't go. So I was like, let me click his link and say, kill two birds with one stone. So I'm over there, but when I got up there, she ain't had no energy. And I'm not a person like, if you ain't giving me that energy, I just I don't want to feel like a bully, even though she was talking shit. Clearly, she ain't want no smoke. So I didn't even say shit to her. I said a little thing in the chat, but she acted just like she ain't see it. So instead, I started talking shit to Carrie Ann, who was still talking shit in the chat at this point. And then Rex was trying to talk shit, and then Pills curved his ass. Then he tried to be all nice and shit. So I asked him why the fuck he be following Dimples around. He's supposed to be a straight man, right? And so I never did get a straight answer out of him with that one, but they was agreeing. And then next thing you know, and I had shared Pills out. 5 minutes after sharing him out, Poverty come in the chat talking about, oh, Pills, thank you so much for supporting me, trying to create attention. She feels like she could come around and pull some shit from me. It's weird. So that's what she was in the chat trying to do. And I asked Shakim to come up to play this Carrie Ann clip. So at this point, I think Shakim was up there, and I don't know if he had played the clip or not. So she's steady in the chat doing her usual weird shit. Like, oh, hey, Miss Zoe, let's be nice today, Miss Zoe.
I'm nice today. How you doing?
How you doing, Miss Zoe?
Hey, baby girl, was she going to bed?
Okay.
Okay. Hey, chat. What I had come up here to say, Uppity, with what did she just said did affect with her family. She had her family take a look at Jay Dunn video so she could her family, give a diagnosis of what's going on with Jay Dunn. Uppity, when you get through this video, I will put it on private because that's against the law.
No, it's a public video.
That's why I told you, Uppity, we were having a good build and you brought this hillbilly up here. I don't got time for this shit. I'm trying to talk to you and we trying to get down to the bottom of things. I don't know why she's even up here. Like, I really don't, because it's throwing things off. It's throwing things off.
You ready for a minute?
But I'll go on mute so she can talk to you. I'll go on mute so she can talk to you because I don't talk to hillbilly, so.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm
glad. Miss Dobie, trust me, it's okay, Miss Dobie. If you don't want to talk, it's all right. I'll talk to you. What's up, Miss Dobie? But yeah, that's not illegal because
excuse me, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Uppity.
Yeah, it's not illegal because it's a public video and she put it out for the public to see. She didn't have it like on members only, that she didn't want nobody to see it. And it's not a diagnosis, it's just an assessment. Nobody can diagnose you unless you're in person.
I know, Uppity, it's wrong. It doesn't matter which way out that you put it.
To be honest, I don't care. Do you not know what this video is about? Jay Dunn was dragging my 6-year-old daughter. That big sloppy bitch, that stupid stink hoe, was dragging my 6-year-old simply because I told her nobody finds her attractive and that she has to pay for friendship. Nothing that I said was a lie. So to me, I don't care. And I'm not breaking YouTube rules.
Okay, no, I'm not saying you breaking their rules, but but another thing, I thought y'all was okay. Then we played cards on Saturday.
I'm not doing shit with Jay Dunn. I'm not doing shit with Jay Dunn. Fuck her.
I know, but Saturday we played cards, so things must happen when I left the game.
Yeah, but if you do it on your chat, I'll come over there and play with you. You got the link. You can just set it up. You got a computer, right?
Okay, then thank you, Uppity.
I'll see you Saturday. Make sure you tag me when you got the time. I want to come.
Okay, we'll do so. Good night.
Good night, Miss Dobie. Thank you for coming up.
And put another peppermint in your puss. Now, back to you, Uppity. What was you saying, Uppity?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So she was in the chat trying to get attention, doing that shit. Remember how she used to do when you was the mod and over at Nest Channel?
Yeah.
And she would come in the chat. Oh, hi. Like she was doing that bullshit, right? And then because Pillar wasn't even paying her no mind. And then I think Sanity announced that she was in the chat. So he was like, oh, Miss Pizarro, what's up? What's up, Queen? What's up, Queen? I don't think nobody ever says that to her. So I think Pill's genuinely like women. I like his attitude, whatever. But he of course don't consider you his real queen. That's whoever he be dealing with in real life. But he's he likes to speak the positive. I ain't got a problem with it. But I think she be really feeding into it. And so then Rex is like, oh, Poverty's scared of him or something like that. And they was like, maybe if you send her a cash app, she'll let you on the link. And he was like, all right, I got it. And that's the thing. He likes to promise to send cash app, but then he doesn't. I heard as well. But anyway. So then she was in the chat talking about son, yeah, send me a cash app. Pills, you need to send me a cash app too, because I like y'all once y'all send me a cash app. She was literally begging them niggas for a cash app. She asked a couple of times. So Peter Panel Killer, he was in the chat and he was like, well, I've been on your panel. I ain't never sent you shit. So how much do you like me? And then she acted like she didn't see that comment. And then basically she was on the chat still playing like I was going to hit your link. And then Ness came up and then Dipples came up and then Ness had left. And then I think Dipples left. So she finally gets on the link. No, Dipples had came at that time. So Ness had came and left. And then she was like, oh, I was going to come in here. See, when I say I was going to get you on link, everybody want to come up there talk about Ness. See, y'all make competition. I'm not in competition with nobody, especially like for no motherfucking man. Uppity don't have to compete. Yeah, that's why I had to show them what I be pulling. A lot of you niggas don't qualify to say hi to me, and I have no problem proving it. So anyway, so me and Shaq, I told her like, bitch, if you gonna hit the link, and not shut the fuck up. We're not about to have a conversation with you in the chat about whether you gonna hit the link or not. And then Shaquem was like, hell yeah. And so we shut that bullshit, that childish elementary game she plays down, and we went on with the fucking conversation. And so then she eventually comes up on the link after she seen who wasn't paying her no motherfucking mind. So she gets up on the link and then she come up there trying to talk shady to me. And then of course attacking Nyla whenever they lose, and that's what they do, attack Nyla. So I quickly switched my photo to her child. I was like, look what you produce and look what I produce. You the retarded bitch that don't produce retarded ass kids. Let's be honest. You the fucking bitch that claims to have a Tulsa, but didn't even buy your daughter glasses. And a lot of kids want to coincide it for life because like Nala been wearing glasses since she was 6 months. That's not covered under any insurance, Medicaid or not, but not of that, even with his job insurance, like no. So he had to pay out of pocket. And I've been in glasses since 6 months. So she doesn't have no cross eyes. She will not have no cross eyes. And her speech is improving every year. Meanwhile, you still sound like you can't read C-spot run. You know what I'm saying? You a weird ass bitch. You're slow as hell. So how you gonna talk about anybody retarded? And you probably on the same reading level as Nala with your weird overgrown ass begging ass bitch. But I didn't realize that my mic was low because the other day when I was on Ness panel and her and Ness kept talking saying pussy, 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 eating pussy, pussy. Like it was annoying me. So I was trying to figure out how to turn because it was loud. So I was trying to figure out how to turn the volume down. So I had turned my mic down, but I never did turn it back up. So I realized once I had went on the panel later that my mic was low. But I cursed that bitch. I had her in her feeling, and that bitch was. Look, I don't know if the chat could hear, but she showed her everything because she was out her fucking body. I mean that's what I'm trying to say. I don't be liking to argue with these bitches because they cannot handle my motherfucking mouth. You could tell I'm literally breaking their motherfucking spirits by how they be reacting. They think by coming for a 6-year-old, that's cool. You pissing me off, but you're never gonna affect her. And the only thing you doing by pissing me off is making me want to cuss you out. Now, if the person that's holding the panel had no problem letting them come out their mouth about my fucking baby, then there should not be no stopping uppity to when I want to fucking respond back. Don't tell me to wait. Don't tell me let them get it. No, none of that fair. Why would it be fair to an adult that want to fucking attack a child? Why the fuck would you be? If you want to be fair, you would have stopped that shit from the beginning because you already know how this is about to go.
Yeah,
And it
see,
makes me think you have a
I know
problem with
for
it. Yeah.
right. I know for a fact that when you're on panels and, anybody mentions Nyla, it's go time. And I really feel like that is a low blow. And I feel like that is like a child should not be a go to. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at a child as an innocent being. So I don't think that should be a go to. I feel like we all have enough stuff that people can discuss about it, our own ourselves, that we
Right.
don't have to bring a child into it. Me and you have went back and forth with each other.
And
I've
you never
never
done
would
that ever,
brought
ever.
Nyla back into it because it's not in me to do that. And the real
Right.
reality is that I really do mess with you like in real life. Like I really do
Same.
mess with you. Like I really do like
Same.
you.
I already do
So
like it too. Yeah.
I'm yeah, so I'm not gonna take it like you do. I mean, we both have done stuff or said stuff and had
Right.
misunderstandings that piss each other
Right.
off. But what am I gonna go? No, I'm gonna communicate with you. I'm gonna communicate with the adult,
Right.
and that's why
Yeah, you will
people.
send somebody a stern email in a minute.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. Like even with dimples, like I don't see. I think that Ness was spot on when she was talking about how Dimples kind of be acting a little two-faced and stuff because it's like, why can't we ever have Dimples need to understand there's nothing wrong with not being blindly loyal to someone. Nobody's asking for you to be blindly loyal, but at the same time, have some damn solidarity. Especially not with I
Right.
don't care, with other people, I don't know with your dynamic with other people, but with me, out of all people, have some damn solidarity with me because I've done nothing but have your back. I've been nothing but go to bat for you, and all
Mhm.
this crap goes on, and I'm here, and you making these little shady comments and stuff, and talking about, oh well, Pizarro, I'm not this he. What you said when you was on Dimple's panel, that little sly little comment that Dimples made, it really like I was like, well, damn, like I'm not on these panels disrespecting you, Dimple. So why do you always have to like make jabs at motherfuckers that's not coming for you? That to me is some weak stuff to me. Cause I'm like, why can't you just be cool with somebody? It's like you
Right.
self-sabotage relationships, Dimples, and you really need to check yourself for that. Because we're trying to find what the fuck is wrong with Jay Dunn, but you gotta look at yourself and ask yourself, why do I keep self sabotaging? Why can't I have a healthy relationship? Why do I have to sabotage a relationship with this heat when this heat ain't even never did nothing to me? This heat ain't did nothing but support me and shit like that when everybody was talking about me, when people was coming at me and shit like that. And we have conversations behind the scenes and shit. And if there's a problem, you can come and say something to me. But if I don't agree with something that you do, you shouldn't feel no type of way because I didn't feel, with the whole thing with her going back and forth with Shakim, I felt like there was another way that, there maybe could have been just letting it go because it really
Right.
wasn't that deep or whatever. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
But as far as like she wanted me to hop on the victim bandwagon and be like, oh well, I want you to sign, I mean, do this petition bullshit. I knew it wasn't gonna get anywhere. So I'm not gonna waste
Right.
my time if it doesn't make any sense. And Dimples
Right.
got mad, and she needs to understand you could be cool with somebody, you could be friends with somebody, but that does not mean that they have betrayed you just because they disagree with you. I still mess with you. It's just that I don't agree with you at that particular time. And I'm allowed to not agree with you, just like I don't fault you when you don't agree with me. We disagree all the time behind the
Yeah.
scenes. So I just felt like that was in poor taste. And a lot of things that Dimples does is in poor taste because it's to individuals who do not bother her. I don't be bothering Dimples. If anything, I'll be taking up for Dimples and shit like that. So I just really feel slighted for, that crap. But I guess it goes on.
But yeah, I feel what you're saying because that's how I feel about the situation. Like when nobody wanted Jay Dunn, and I didn't even like Jay Dunn because when I had got, she had started with me and I dragged her ass, and then she had went on Nyla. So this is
Yeah.
everybody was not allowing her to hit their link, and you can tell B Sector is her whole fucking life. This is the only friend she has, the only acknowledgement she gets without people even I have to talk to her because it's a work environment or some type of business situation. She remind me of one of those people that be holding up the line, asking how is they going, asking trying to follow up on questions when they see them the last transaction, like because she lonely, just talking just to talk. So she had this time, everybody was not letting her on their link, and I think me and Jessica were doing the show at this time, and I still let her hit the link, even though I did not like her, but I knew that she was feeling lonely, and I even though I didn't fuck with her, that's just the type of person I didn't want to leave out there with nobody link to hit, so I let her hit my link. Just like when people are dragging that's for her son, even though she did that bullshit, I never joined the bandwagon. So I even say, well, at least he's in a better place or whatever. But every time it's me, it's always let's flip or uppy. Let's make excuses to talk about Nyla. It's like it's giving like y'all really jealous. You're like some hating that, like some low key hating that shit. It's coming across real fake.
Right.
And
I
I
was
don't know.
just so disgusted. Like yesterday, Jay Dunn was saying that crap and stuff when she has stuff mentally going on with herself. Because like she got mad at me because I said, basically repeated what her ex said. And if anybody should be mad, she shouldn't even be mad about what Bambi said. What Jay Dunn should be mad with herself because nobody told her to not to go to Florida without any change of panties or change of undergarments and stuff like that because I'm sure she's whatever the fuck that she wears. Well, Bambi says she wears drawers and stuff like that or whatever. But who knows what Jay Dunn wears. And then Bambi also said, you go back to that clip, which I'll send you that clip or whatever after this.
Okay,
But
yeah.
Bambi also said it don't make no sense for a woman who claims to be a lesbian to be gay to have a raggedy ass pussy, potted meat pussy. And
Wow.
that was her. She was like, why the fuck does your pussy look like that? And I'm really trying to get, I mean, no, I'm not no in no sexual way, but I'm really trying to understand the visual of what the hell is going on with her potted
She be
meat.
fucking that machine she got.
Is
That's the
she
only dick she
she
get.
she been like has she been thrusting herself with metal objects or something and have her
Yeah. Did you
walls
see the machine she
deflated?
pulled out? She pulled that machine out yesterday. She be fucking on
Wow.
that machine, and it goes at like this
Ugh.
super unhuman. It goes like at this super speed that's like like no regular person could pump that fast. So that's
What
probably why it's so raggedy like that, or worn down. Her insides is flipped out for overuses and shit. Ugh, just a
disgusting.
nasty.
It's like she keeps on saying she gonna have a sex dungeon and she's gonna have a machine. I think she thinks she's turning people on with that, but I really think that she doesn't understand that she grosses people out. And like people be really like laughing at her. You know what I'm saying? And the whole
And did you see how many inches that thing was? The dildo had to be at least 16 inches. And I think, and that's the one you have attached out of all of the. Who the hell is sitting there taking a 16
Jay Dunn
dildo?
is literally
You're using that shit yourself. I
Really
don't care what
strap.
nobody
Yeah,
says.
she's strapped. As soon as she says she has a sex machine, I said, "Oh, you're using that for yourself because there's nobody over there. There's nobody
Right.
that lives. Oh, I mean, there's nobody that comes over there. You don't have a girlfriend. You don't have a significant other. You're by yourself. So you bought all of these objects for somebody that doesn't even exist. You bought that shit for yourself. You fucking yourself. That shit is disgusting. I was like, why the fuck is uppity, my uppity, talking about this shit on her birthday? Why is this happening? What the hell is going on? Because I was about, I remember I had like, I wanted to eat something at that when y'all was watching, and I was like, ugh, I'm not even hungry no more. I really wanted a snack. It was nighttime. I wanted a snack, and I was like, never mind. I'm good.
Somebody tell me in the break, girl. But as soon as he said when she, you know, I was so funny because I was just shocked that she said that, and I was intrigued because I never heard of nobody with a damn sex machine, and but I never imagined the size, the interest that was on that shit. Like, why would a lesbian want something like this? And remember how mad she got with me because I was asking her. I don't know who was that panel. No, it was next panel. Because I think she slowly but surely been pissed at me, but it was in it because she tried to call me stupid. I'm like, how the fuck am I done? Like, if you say you're a lesbian and you're trying to be masculine presenting and you never been with a man before, why the fuck would you want to be with? Why would you want to dildo? What do you? That's what somebody that
Exactly.
made. What are you missing? How can you miss what you never had? It's weird.
Exactly. And she is like, I like I said, I think Jay Dunn's a whole dick dyke. She's a dick dyke, and she just needs to come to terms with this. She might as well get herself a dude and shit like that, because from what Bambi says, she has like fucking like destroyed her puss, and now her walls are destroyed, and if they should not be destroyed, a lesbian, even a straight woman, your walls should be right. I mean, where they need to, everything should be
Right.
intact, and nothing
Unless
is
you some type
intact
of form of
because
sex worker.
Jay Dunn strapping her 300-pound body to a whole machine. A machine is doing the thrusting, and I think it's thrusting the shit out of Jay Dunn and
That
her
thing goes
nasty
crazy.
ass walls.
Ugh. Like, why
You
would you
know,
do that? And I'm like,
and
why would you have that many inches? And you single? Why is it attached already? I
she
just
had
wanted
a
to see the base.
film. She had a film strapping her down. I mean, Bambi was talking about she was strapping Jay Dunn down, and it was just like all the requirements. That Jay Dunn. I just feel so bad for Bambi and stuff. And then she said Jay Dunn had calluses. She's called her crusty feet. She said she had calluses on her feet. She said she only had one change of underwear. She had one bra. It was just really nasty and stinky
She's
going
depressed.
on. Yeah,
She got
it,
it
it was
because she's
nuts.
so fucking lonely. Okay, let me answer this person. No, that's not what I'm saying. Jay Dunn says she's never been with a man before. Never.
No.
And then that's why I found it weird. I understand that to me a lot. I don't know. A lot of women become lesbian after men relationships, in my opinion, that I've seen. But the ones that usually that are masculine presenting
No.
and never been with a man before, they usually prefer not to be penetrated. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm not
Yeah.
saying all lesbians. No, I'm just talking about that weird bitch.
Or at least, maybe she should, put on a dress or something like that or whatever. And, put on a dress and a nice bow, you know what I'm saying? And, do her hair and all this other stuff, put some makeup on and spruce it up a bit, because she
Yeah.
keeps showing these she keeps showing these pictures from like when she was a baby. And that you gotta be an ugly bitch, because if you gotta show pictures from when you was a baby, or when everybody's cute when they're a baby.
Right.
Everybody's cute. So what the hell are you doing? What can you
Yeah.
show us now? Because I
She
can
was
show you
comparing
what.
herself to Nala with that picture, but I like, look at your outcome, bitch. Like nothing
Yeah.
happened with that. The fuck is you bringing that picture up for turning your camera right now, bitch? I do, because I know I look good. Like I said, and I think that really made them mad. Like, do you see the type of guys I be talking to? Do you think I want? Do you think your opinion matters? Look at you, bitch. That's why you're single. I have to tell Jill, look at you, bitch. Like I know she probably dirty too. Like I've never seen a dark skinned person with so many dirt bumps on their face. It's weird.
You really got to look at the people who talk about like your kid. You really got to look at them, and then
Right,
look at their lives, and then
right.
you'll understand, like, okay, I can't really get mad at this person cuz this X, Y, and Z. The same way with Jay Dunn and her antics. I can't get mad at Jay Dunn because she lives for YouTube. This is her entire life. She's been on here from sun up to sundown this entire day. The day ain't even ended yet, and she's hopped from panel to damn panel. And I'm like, girl, like, where is the job? Because honestly, I think that she was she was one of those slow people, that one of those retards that get the
DEI
stickers
workers,
that get,
DEI
yeah,
workers.
yeah, she's one of those people that get that they, feel sorry for, like the disabled people. I think that
Right.
they gave her like a little neck band to walk around BT, and then like the celebrities, every time they took pictures with her, it looks like you know um
Well,
they felt
yeah, the
sorry for
jukebox
her.
was saying that yesterday. She had me dying. I wish the TV was working. I played that because she was like, she said, yeah, because like, who works to go around taking pictures of all the celebrities? They felt sorry for your ass.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
yeah,
funny.
they felt sorry for her. Like, it's not like she's trying to make it seem like maybe that. And then that's another thing she tries to use, that, oh, well, I worked at BET and all this other stuff. Girl, you was probably handing out the donuts and the coffee and shit like that. Like,
And
please
cleaning the
stop acting
bathrooms and
like
shit.
you
Right.
got it like that because your channel is whack. Your fucking intro is a whole template. Your beat is a template. That shit's whack. I mean, there's no creativity at all. There's nothing. The intro
Right.
sucks. I mean, the outro sucks. Is there even an outro? But intro, no, I mean, no, for a fact that sucks. And even the editing that she tries to do on like her clips, she overdoes the stuff. Like, she tries to do it like me, where you on my channel, I would repeat like a certain like clip where somebody says something, but she's so stupid, she doesn't even know how to do it right. So, and she's the one who went to film school and all this other stuff, mind you. This is just shit I do for a hobby and stuff like that, or whatever. The whole graphic design and the film crap and stuff like that, or whatever. Like, that's stuff that I learned as a hobby. That's even not even my job, but this is her job, and she can't even like get that shit right. So I mean, and then she's mad at me because her live that she tried to do on Shakim was a flop. Why are you mad at me because it was a flop? I didn't help you out with that live. I didn't have nothing to do with that live. But you're mad at me because you couldn't deflect on to me like you try to deflect on to other people because you look stupid trying to think you had something. That's why your stupid ass don't even know how to dox people. You don't know how to dox. You don't know how to find people's information and shit like that, or whatever. You are on the first grade level, Jay Dunn, and you thought you had something with Shakim, and you ended everything you do blows up in your face. And
Right.
that's why you just need to take a break from YouTube and actually find yourself a real life, a real woman that actually wants you, not one that you have to pretend that wants you and shit like that.
Oh,
Because
she even told me I was paying her.
who?
It's like she want to be like she sees us. I know she's in Delulu there. She said I pay her. I said, bitch, I paid you what? Show the fucking receipts, bitch. Where's the receipts? When I paid you? How much? Like, are you okay, bitch?
And
I'm doing you
also,
a favor by being nice to you, ho. You nobody like. I don't think she gets it. Majority of these people she been around for years, and I'm talking about the content creators. Of course, like the subbies here, if they like you, they like you. So I'm not talking about the subbies. I'm talking about like these content creators that she be thinking that she's so friendly, but they do not like you. You're a weird ass bitch. Like
yeah,
anyway.
it's simple things like that to like not understand that those people. She keeps on talking about how she's an OG, but where has that gotten you when there's people who are brand new to this sector who get more respect than you do? You get bought down for very cheap. Brianna fucking what was Brianna's fee for a whole entire year? What was that, $5 that she took for your stupid ass? To get you off away from her for a whole year. She took the lowest bid
It
possible.
be an excuse
That's
to get rid of you
nothing.
in the first place. Yeah.
Your OG status is nothing to brag about. It's nothing to brag about when you don't get any respect, when people don't respect you. And that's the thing, or whatever. Everywhere she goes, nobody gives a fuck. And they use her as a cash cow. Of course I would have you on my
Yeah.
panel every fucking night. If you making me money, I would have you on my panel every goddamn night. Of course. If that was my situation or whatever, I would have you on my panel because I know somebody's gonna get tired of you whining and bitching and crying, and they're gonna pay for you to get down. And some people just really don't like you, and right soon as you hit the link, they're paying to get you down. You probably have been the most bought down person in the beef sector, so you can never ever use your OG status as anything. The only thing that OG means is that I've been here for a long ass time because I don't have a fucking life. That's the only thing I see out of it, because you didn't accomplish anything other than being the laughing stock of the beef sector.
That part. with her
You know what
weird
I'm saying?
fucking ass.
So she's talking about a Nyla and shit like that. Well, you're a 40-year-old woman that has your own problems and shit or whatever. You know, every woman that you've ever been with has had to get white people involved to get away from you. Every
Right.
woman that Bambi had to get crackers involved to get away from you, Jay Dunn. Why is that? Why can't you just leave women alone and walk away from women? Why do they have to get white people involved, the courts involved, for you to just walk instead of you just walking away and shit like that or whatever? I can't I don't know. And also, last night when you was on the panel, I noticed that every time, you know, you know that people feel like you're getting dragged or you're getting talked about, here comes Brooke, and here come Brooke
Right.
talking about, she was trying to talk about you being on government assistance. Meanwhile, she's having all these fucking evictions, which we've seen her records and
Correct.
shit like that, horrible records. And I'm like, how the fuck can you talk? Would I rather be on government assistance with a clean slate, or would I rather have fucked up credit and have
Yeah,
all
I'm
these
in
fucking
bankruptcy court
evictions?
and evictions.
Who do
Exactly.
you think a person, where if you're trying to move into an apartment, for instance, who do you think they're going to trust? Are they going to trust this woman who was on government assistance, who has a clean slate and a clean record, or are they going to trust you, who has all of these records of evictions and shit
And the
like
thing
that?
is, she's on government assistance, so is her husband,
Yeah, she
because that's
is.
how they was able to get their fees waived at court. And see, it's different in New York City. What I have is called low income housing, and I tell the truth because it doesn't make no sense to lie. I could be able to afford and get all of the things that I get her, take her to the places I take her, and pay this high ass rent. And to me, it makes sense to me, as long to be able to afford my rent and able to have a life and do things and be able to go out with my kids and be able to give them, hey honey love, be able to provide for them and give them they hear like things like they want to do. That's not free. In New York City is a high, like it's a high living account. So unless I'm bringing to own, I'm not trying to pay a lot of rent. And in not a particular case, she's always going to get in the best school for her. She's not mandated by whatever area zip code we live in, because a lot of schools in certain neighborhoods the school wouldn't be good. So my main concern is having a place, a route that I can afford and make sure my kids are not going to be homeless, and also be able to maintain me and my children. So I'm going to be coming on her begging like poverty does. And not to mention, Nala Daddy also helps. So that's what I'm on here begging I'm able to do for myself, and which includes paying my bills on time. Nowhere near bankruptcy court, but you are on government assistance in the worst
And we
way.
and we're still, and then she tried to, like, and it feels like she be trying to punk Dory too, because Dory was on Tulsa's link not too long ago. Oh, Voodoo was in there. And Dory was on Tulsa's link not too long ago, and she was like trying to come at Dory because Dory was like, well, Brooke, you had a whole scam going on where you lied about having a kid, and that triggers her. But
Well,
you're the one who came up with that fucking lie. So of course people are gonna keep bringing it up, you idiot. People are gonna continue to bring it up because you the one who fucking lied. You're the one who fucking lied about a kid,
yeah, but
and
that's the
yet
one
you
to
took
stop that.
and you took cash apps for
Right.
that fake ass
Begging,
baby. You know what I'm saying?
begging,
So why are you
begging.
mad at Dory because you lied? What you upset with Dory for,
Yeah.
Brooke?
Not to
You see,
mention
that's what I'm saying.
trying to
She's a
do
dumbass bitch. And that's what I'm
big
saying.
cuts.
I don't like dumb hoes and shit like that because Brooke just does stupid ass shit. You can't get mad at nobody because you lied about having a fake ass baby. Because your box probably don't work no more and shit like that because you older than all of us. Well, yeah, she's older than all of us and shit like that or whatever. You're not in the same age bracket as me, Ness, Jay Dunn, Pizarro, Brianna. You're not in the same age bracket. You're supposed to be smarter than all of us, but you're
She's
not.
in her 50s. She's 53. Terrible, and still in bankruptcy court, and can't pay no bills. Like, why would I listen? Why would I look at you? As long as Nala dad has a fucking job, bitch, you don't got no job, and he don't got no job. The only thing y'all can overindulge and do is eating. That's why you're all big as hell. Y'all don't go no fucking way. You sit online, sit at home thinking of these. Y'all not even fucking what you call sociable. Y'all boring as fuck. Y'all got to come up with these weird ass storylines that nobody fucking even believes anymore. Everybody's sick of both of y'all as well. Y'all go around sucking fucking ass and then trying to jump on fucking bandwagons and get the fuck drugged. Like these bottom of the barrel bitches can't come for me. I disturbed they fucking stole. They so jealous. I hope they know they just make it motherfucking obvious. That's why I was dragging them like I fucking was.
Right. I don't even know who that person is, and my family doesn't
No,
care
that was a
about.
mistake. That was a mistake. I was trying to delete it. I deleted it. Yeah, my bad. I'm trying to. I think my mind. My mind. I come on randomly. My bad. I'm
No,
trying
I'm
to
talking
make
about
sense.
this comment. I was like, I don't know what
Oh, I don't know how to. My bad. I
because
hit it. Oh, I didn't see
what
it was
does
still there. My
my
bad.
family have to do with anything and shit
Right.
like that,
Yeah.
or
I
if
was
they
trying.
don't give a
You
fuck
didn't see I hit it.
about.
Oh, my bad.
No,
Yeah.
but they don't care about no YouTube. Nobody gives a shit about YouTube because it's just not my life. This is not my life, first of all. So this
Right.
is they would know that this would probably be some type of stupid hobby and shit like that or whatever. And how you know that, you know what I'm saying? So people be asking dumbass questions and shit like that
Right.
or whatever. And I have
Oh,
more
that's
than
my
one, I
bad.
have
I thought
multiple
I hit
sisters.
it. That's
I
my bad. I didn't even, you didn't even see that. I was trying to hide it because that was a weird ass question. I was trying
yeah.
to hide it. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
and also I have multiple sisters. I don't just have one sister. So if you're going to, it get it right. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, with
Yeah,
that,
they love well what
um,
you say. That's what I'm saying. These people, they don't be knowing nothing about you. If you did, you so sure you would be hiding on the troll page to talk this bullshit. Say it with your chest. So I find joy when I have to make them hide into a troll page to come sit in the chat and try to talk to me. That proves I got your ass shook. You scared of my mouth. The fuck? But I
yeah,
don't be mad.
and this whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
I
I'm
agree.
like, Brooke, you had a like you're the one who came up with that lie. So you need to expect from now on that people are going to continue to attack you for lying about giving birth to a whole baby and shit like that or whatever. I don't know why you feel like you can try to punk Dory. You trying to punk people and shit like that or whatever, but that shit's not hitting. And here you are talking about Tulsa having 3 people in the chat. The difference is that Tulsa's not in the well, you're not in the music sector either, but Tulsa is new. So I don't expect Tulsa to have a lot of numbers and shit like that or whatever. But what about you, Brooke? Look at how long your channel has been in existence and how many numbers do you have, bitch? Because you can't even get crack 50 in your fucking chat. So while you talking about Tulsa, you're talking about Dory. How you talking about numbers when you don't even get numbers? What the fuck are we talking about? You over here talking
That
about
part.
everybody else's channel, and she was talking about, well, I was support because she was arguing with Tulsa on Tulsa's link. She's like, well, I was supporting you when you only had 3 people in the chat, bitch. Brooke, you only have 3 people in your chat. So what are we talking about
Right?
here?
She's
You don't
delusional
got it
as
like
fuck.
that. She don't have it like that,
No self
and that's
awareness
why.
whatsoever.
And let me tell you something. No matter how, because Ness and Uppity fall out all the time, and no matter how many times they fall out, guess what? Uppity is always going to be panel gold. Uppity is always going to be more valuable on panels than you, Brooke, because you bring nothing. You either try to sound smart, or let's see. You either try to sound smart or you try to drag people when you are a broke bum ass bitch. Like you broke
That
and
part.
your man is broke. Y'all had the closest to a vacation that Malik took you to was Brooke's fake ass. No, I mean not Brooke. I'm sorry, Trish's Belize trip, and I'm not in the issue with Trish. My bad, Trish. But Trish's Belize trip. That's the closest
Yeah.
to a vacation Malik has taken you on. Y'all ain't even left Baltimore. Why you talking, Brooke? So where's your money at? You talking about how you got all this money, cars, and all this shit. You ain't got it like that. I seen that raggedy ass apartment complex that you live in. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, Brooke? Then you have to use somebody else's kitchen to cook on the
Right.
fucking challenges and shit. You broke, bitch. Like, stop playing, Brooke. You don't have it like that, bitch. And you over here talking about teeth. Are you really talking about teeth? Are you really talking about, I mean, it's just like a lot of things that I be hearing come out of Brooke's mouth, and we literally,
Yeah, you was on
you
camera
guys are
nodding off
literally,
on drugs. You was
they're
giving your son
they're
melatonin so you could
literally
fit around people that don't want you around. You a weird bitch.
literally in and out of the courthouse between her and Malik. It's like who has the longest
Right.
record in the Maryland court district? Who has the longest record?
Right.
And somebody just told me, they hit me up, they called me, and they was like, look at Brooks, look at, just go to the Maryland court records and stuff and look up Brooke. Look her up. And I was like, what? And then I was like, damn, why she got all this shit going on and shit like that or whatever. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And this is the girl that's talking about people. Like, you don't got it like that. And you over
Right.
here always trying to, every time you see somebody jump on uppity, let me tell you something. And this is my personal opinion, which I'm never wrong. But like I said, Ness is always going to choose uppity over you, Brooke. And I've already said that. I've already said that. Even if they get into it and guess what, they bounce back and they have a conversation. Either way, they're going to end up having a conversation. Nest is going to end up having a conversation with uppity. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow or whatever, but it's going to happen. And then uppy's going to be right back over there, but you are still a useless bitch. And we know you're useless because when we go to your channel, nothing is cracking over there, nothing is happening over there. You can't even get 50 people in your chat to listen to what the fuck you have to say. You don't even do your own content. You hopping from panel to panel, Brooke. So if you really got it like that and you really this boss bitch that you want Ness to believe because it's you want Ness's approval so bad, then show us what you got. Show us what you got. Show Ness what you got. But like I said, people, and I'm not talking about Ness, but people already know. Pazar has already said it. You don't bring nothing to the table. Your man doesn't bring nothing to the table. The most numbers you've ever had was when you was going back and forth with your dude and y'all put your relationship out here. And if that's what's gonna bring you numbers, you don't have it. So you talking about Tulsa? It's very likely that Tulsa's numbers will increase. These channels go up and down. One day you can have 400 in the chat. Tomorrow you'll have 100 people in the chat. I mean, it fluctuates every single day, but you always stay at a steady 10 to 30 people in your chat, Brooke. So I really was really surprised when you was talking about numbers, like you get numbers on any occasion outside of embarrassing yourself with one of your lies, one of your scams, or something that involves you and Malik.
The fact that she's talking at all in bankruptcy and eviction court says it all. It needs to be said. She's a whole motherfucking weirdo, and she never will be counted. So she could say what she want, but we all see what it is. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I heard Trish say the other day, she was like, Malik is a business owner. And I was like, what the hell? She said Brooke has
Girl,
businesses. I said, no, she doesn't. No, she does not. No, she does not. What the fuck are you talking about? And what paperwork did you look at? Because Brooke does not have no business. Malik does not have a business. These motherfuckers are broke. Do you not understand that?
for
Do you not
real.
understand that they are stuck in Baltimore? Do you not understand?
For
I'm
real
just
though.
saying. I mean, uppity zip code alone is out of their tax bracket. So what are we talking
Yeah.
about? And we
Yeah.
government assistance and all. So
Right.
what are we talking about? What are we really talking about? So I'm just saying. You know.
Like I said, I'll the rent is based on your income, bitch. And I don't work, but now daddy do, and they can't count his money because my daughter's not. So that's all that matters. But anyway, these people are, like I said, they just weird. But why even create that environment when we supposed to be cool? Because she will stop people from bringing up the obvious about Brooke because she's constantly inserting herself in people's business, knowing she's a weak ass bitch. You see what I'm saying? She
Well,
can't handle
see,
no fucking smoke.
she's
But
auditioning, to suck ass and stuff like that. And I say, go ahead and suck it to the best of your ability. But at the same time, it's not getting you anywhere because your channel ain't on no, your channel still is a flop. Your channel's a flop, Brooke. And you've had your channel for what, 4 or 5 years? I don't know. You probably had it longer than that. And what, how did you come from another sector? See, that's what I'm saying. The B sector does house a lot of rejects because she can't, all these people that come from other sectors, they don't get numbers
Right.
unless they attach themselves to beef sector storylines or beef sector
Exactly.
content. They're losers. So they getting all we. It's not that beef sector is getting all these like superior people or whatever. They're getting a bunch of fucking losers, a bunch of riffraff over into this sector that bring absolutely nothing to the table. And Brooke is one of them. She
And
brings
always got
nothing to
their
the
hands
table.
out. Let's not forget she got ran
Yeah.
from another sister for scamming. Somebody donated album items that she couldn't afford to buy. She wanted to do a giveaway and didn't even have the money to do it. So the girl sent her some stuff to give away and she kept it all. She just a real tacky
Oh,
ghetto
and what
scammer.
about that thing that happened on ODS's platform where what about that thing that happened on ODS's platform where that girl asked, I mean, donated to Brooke or something happened where Brooke didn't give that girl her money back and shit like that. It's just like it's just tacky ass whack
Right.
ass shit like that that Brooke does. You know what I'm saying? If you really got it like that, you would have just gave that girl that 25, $50 or whatever, however much that money was or whatever. You would have just gave it to her if you really
And
got it
then the
like
broke
that.
man. Yeah. And then her broke ass man playing around to me. I'm gonna give the money. I can give the money. You can't, you broke too. That's why you got your feet way in court. Like, how can you like you could tell but now she's a pathetic ass pussy. Pathetic ass bitch. She got some trash ass pussy. Like, why are you
And
laying up with a nigga
Malik
that
is
won't
a
even go get a
punk.
job?
Malik is a punk too because if he really felt like, which he felt like Brooke was in the wrong that day, he would have just said, fuck what Brooke's talking about. He would have just gave the girl the money and shit like that or whatever. I don't give a fuck how much Brooke would have whined and screamed all that shit. I would have still gave that girl her money and shit like that or
He
whatever.
didn't
That's the
have
type of
it. That
person.
was a lie. They sit together and play games. Like, all right, pretend you're gonna give it. So that's why because most people don't want them on the link. They boring as hell. People be like, oh, shut them up. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants to want to hear their opinion on shit. He never had the fucking money. He's just as broke, but he's a punk. Let me be sun up. He gets sunned by every fucking body, and he want to be a content creator so bad, but he might as well go ahead and maybe him and Brooke on that channel can make something pop because they both fucking boring and broke. People tired of they
And
begging
he
for.
always talking about how he gonna run up, pull up on somebody and stuff like that. Like, didn't you just have a health? Don't you got health problems, Malik? So how the fuck are you gonna pull up on somebody and you sickly your damn self? That's what I be talking about. This is the energy. This is the stuff I be talking about. And it's probably because that nasty ass processed food, nasty deli meat, salty ass food that Brooke is feeding her fat ass, deflated husband and shit like that because nobody wants Malik. Nobody finds Malik attractive. Malik is an ugly ass
Not a
man.
soul.
You do not,
Mm-mm.
nobody wants him. And Brooke, you are on the next thing smoking. Let there be an attractive man or woman, because you say you go both ways, but let there be an attractive man that comes by. You are going to be on the next thing smoking, leaving Malik in the dust while he think he got himself a
Who's
wife that's
thinking
going to
that
give him.
old sloppy bitch? That old sloppy useless bitch. Nobody wants
Oh,
that hoe.
trust me. If there's somebody else that's better looking that comes along, that it ain't, they don't even have to have no dollars. I'm talking about if there's somebody that's better looking that comes along, because she keeps dealing with these fat losers. Somebody that's better looking that comes along that speaks to her in the right way, she's gone. I
That
just want
bitch
him
look
to
like
know that.
Quagmire in the face with that loose crackhead jaw. Ain't she can't only thing she could
But
dream
she's not
about is a
gonna be
nigga with a
loyal
six
to.
pack.
She even wanted pills. She wanted pills. So
She want to feel bad.
imagine if there was an attractive guy that came along and wanted Brooke. She would leave Malik in the dust. I put my money on it. She would leave him in the dust.
Of course she will. That bitch ain't loyal. She ain't even loyal to herself. That's why she all fucked up. But yeah, fuck that hoe. Nobody wants her though. So she stuck with him and he stuck with her. But she gotta go with fat guys. Ain't no guy that go like why would they want to be seen with her? She like Quagmire. Joe loose as hell. Tuck Kalia. You got
Not
Pablo
with
over
that
there.
body looking like that. Like Brooke's
No,
body is not up to par. And I keep trying to tell Brooke that if you are a bad bitch, you a bad bitch from head to toe. Your
that
body is
part.
intact. Your body is intact. You do not have that. You keep on calling everybody else fat when you are a fat bitch yourself. You
Yeah,
fat too.
she show her whole body shape. You are shape ass bitch, no waist. That's why I got a tiny waist hole. I'm a keep me a nigga with a six pack. Always, bitch, a six pack
She got a video right now on her channel where she's dancing to Kendrick Lamar's song,
in the
and
welfare
she's
office.
trying to yeah, and she's trying to cover up her little pouch, her little fat pouch, that kangaroo pouch. She's
Right.
trying to cover up that
With the
with a
shirt.
jacket. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now, from the neck up, I'm not going to, I mean, from the neck up, Brooke is not an unattractive girl, but from the
I
neck
don't mind.
down, hell no. Hell
I think she
no.
look like
Hell
Quagmire in
no.
the face. Even with the
Yeah,
makeup,
not
she
at
still
all.
gets Quagmire to me. I just don't find her cute. I would
No,
say,
I don't think she's ugly. It's just that that body is just not where it needs to
no,
be.
that body is horrible, bitch. That's why, like, if you was attractive, you wouldn't be with Malik. I mean, you could see some, maybe you see something I don't see, but if she was attractive, she wouldn't be with Malik. Nobody be with Malik by choice. Like, that's when you know you got to settle. You can tell somebody, like, how they really feel about how they, especially if that nigga ain't got no bag. Now, if the nigga got money, okay, everybody get it. But this nigga broke, and you broke. This is the best you could
Oh,
do, ho.
and
Don't say
you want to
shit
know
to me.
what you want to know what pissed me off with Brianna the other day? Didn't even piss me off, but it made me like Brianna was on Pazal's link the other day, and she was talking to Jay Dunn, and she was like, no, she was talking to Dory, and she was like, well, Dory, if you say that Jay Dunn is jealous of this heat, then you got to say that this heat is jealous of Jay Dunn. And I was like, what the, why would she need to say that? Why would she need to
Right.
say that when this heat is not displaying any forms of jealousy? The only
Right.
person who's displaying forms of jealousy would be Jay Dunn. So it's just like, damn, like, I'm like, damn, Brooke, I mean, not Brooke, Brianna is just like, I don't know if something's eating away at her fucking brain, but that statement alone did not make any fucking sense,
And that's
because
what she
Jay
is.
Dunn is the one who is only reason, like, you see me, and Ness even talked about this. I was on panels responding to Jay Dunn. Jay Dunn was the one who was bringing me up on these
And then
platforms.
ran.
Yeah, she brought me up on Ness's platform. When they go back and forth, she always finds a way to bring me up. I'm not around. I'm not on these platforms. I'm not on these panels. So she's bringing me up out of nowhere. I'm literally on both. Every time I came, those last few times that I came on Ness's, I said, why, I kept saying, why is Jay Dunn keep bringing me up? I'm not bringing this girl up. I'm not talking about this girl. I'm not around. So why are you bringing me up? But that, you think that's your go-to with Ness, but we're not, me and Ness are not in that space anymore, so it don't hit. You trying to make Ness feel some type of way and bring me up, and it's not making her feel any type of way. She does not care. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why people are looking at it like, well, maybe you are jealous because you keep bringing up this heat, and this heat ain't even thinking about you. I'm not even thinking about you and shit. Like I said, it's not my fault that somebody, whatever woman, is not attracted to you or does not want you and shit like that, and does not reciprocate. You saying that that she's doing certain things behind the scenes. You want us to think that Ness is having conversations with you and talking to you differently behind the scenes. Well, if somebody's ashamed of you in that way to not
Right.
even come in front of the scenes, that would
Exactly.
tell me everything I need to know. A smart
That part.
person
It's
would
like
know that. A
her
smart
flexions are
person,
so weird. It's
or
so
even
weird the things you
somebody
try
who
to flex.
had, even a person who had like a good self-esteem, I mean,
Right.
a high self-esteem, they would know that if somebody's not reciprocating, my interest, then I need to pull away. Jay Dunn doesn't do that. You gonna like me, I'm sure you are. You gonna love me one of these days, Ness. You gonna love me. It don't work that way. You either do or you don't. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have nothing to do with it. I have nothing to do with her level of interest in you. So bringing me up is some punk shit. And then because I'm saying something that you don't like, it is also some punk shit and shit like that or whatever. But you don't put no fear in my heart, Jay Dunn. I went hard on you when I didn't even know you when I first came here. I don't give a fuck about you, Jay Dunn. You should already know that. And like I said, I think you're slow. And I think you're on a spectrum. So what do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like Brianna's whole theory was just stupid. Like, why would you say that? Because I'm not even doing the things that she's doing.
You barely
So it's
even been
like,
around. Yeah, I was
Rich.
surprised when I was because I don't be fucking with Juicy, so I haven't even been watching his. Usually I watch him even when I don't be fucking with, but I haven't even been watching him lately. So I be surprised when I hear you be over in Juicy chatting. So I'm like, oh, he been around. I didn't even know. Like, but you are barely even around. So how can they say it's anything even? And Jay Dunn has this obsessive behavior. It's like she made you the villain in her storyline, no matter what.
Right. And Dory, and she's been at Dory's throat ever since Dory said that. Like ever since
Yeah.
Dory said, like, I think X, Y, and Z about, I think you're jealous of this. She's been on Dory's neck. She's been so angry with Dory because Dory does not see things the way that she sees things, or doesn't has a difference of opinion. And I don't think I don't think you should be I don't think she should be trying to punk like Dory. I mean, why y'all trying to like punk Dory for what? Like, I just think that's some punk shit. You know what I'm saying? I think Jay Dunn is
Right.
just
You look
she's
weak
so
trying
weak.
to punch down. You look weak as hell. There's nothing alpha about that. Like I say, not only was Jay Dunn mother not shit, it clearly whatever male figure she had around her wasn't shit either. Because like, what type of niggas do you know in your life? It seemed like those coward degenerate type. Is that what you got a family full of, bitch? You see what I'm saying? Weird ass fucking hoes. But it's something wrong with Jay Dunn. That's why I don't feel like people should feed into certain things with her. And it just encourages certain behaviors. And then people get mad because you don't want to play. Like, next, I'm not going to play your weirdo game with you. If you want to be around a bunch of weirdos, that's your business. But I don't got to placate into anything. But it's like, that's why I don't allow Crooked Brook to talk to me at all. Like, bitch, you're beneath me. I don't got time for your weird or your actions. All them gameplays. You don't even fucking address me, bitch. But Jay Dunn, I was trying to be cool with that
Right.
girl. You know what I'm saying? Because I could tell just something wrong with her. It's like she just does that. I noticed that. I try not to take it as personal because she just does that to everybody because she just like, I don't know, something wrong with her. Something is like it's like a dark is I don't know, just something wrong. But it's just crazy because I have never did the shit. Even when she does that, when nobody wants her around, I'm never the one to kick her while she's down. So for her to always keep trying to go back to Nyla, did she even like when she claimed? Because when I listened to it back a little bit earlier today, she basically talking about I gave her money by having a membership to her channel. Like, how is that me giving you money, you weird bitch? That's literally supporting. You want to call paying these people to be around them, even though they clearly don't want you around, supporting, but I'm giving you money by having your membership. What type of logic is that? So therefore, you just showing me right there, you don't even appreciate the support. You like to be abused. You like to be around these people that use you up, talk crazy to you, treat you like shit. But the people that actually try to be cool with your ass, you take that as a sign of weakness and try to jump on. That's why I dogged her like I did yesterday.
And
Fuck
that's why
her.
I said I literally don't even interfere ever when Jay Dunn is on a panel, when she's on anybody's panel, especially when she's on Nessa's panel. I never interfere because I know that Jay Dunn is going to embarrass herself. I know that any panel that Jay Dunn goes to, she's going to embarrass herself. And as I said before, I enjoy it. I enjoy her looking stupid. And yeah, I enjoy her making herself the butt of the joke every single day. I enjoy people buying her down and shit. And I mean, Shanice could only help her so far. I mean, Shanice don't have long pockets like that, so she could only do about 150, 100. So she had to tap out. You know what I'm saying? So
But it's not
you know
even working. And she really gets offended by it. That's why people know that she's lonely. So that's the reason why they do it. And I guess they got the change to spin. I think Shanice, because Shanice probably like some people got a sore spot for Jada. But no matter how nice you try to be cool with Jada, she just keeps being a fucking nasty ass individual. Except for
yeah.
she do it to the people, but she'll pay them like you're not. I'm not charging you to be cool with me, bitch. So don't you dare try to apply. I would pay you shit, bitch. I literally just tried to show you fucking support, you dumbass bitch.
She sabotages relationships. And the only way to deal with Jay Dunn is either you match her energy or you
Yeah,
ignore her. Or you
that's
ignore her.
yeah. You're right.
Because Jay Dunn's looking for attention. And when you don't give Jay Dunn the attention that she's looking for, she starts going crazy. She starts going on rants. She starts trying to get your attention and shit like that or whatever. She does the most, especially if it's somebody that she actually likes. Like she will literally provoke. She will literally provoke like go on Ness's channel and literally like poke and poke and poke and poke until Ness like cusses her out. And I don't know if she's like jacking off to Ness cussing her out and shit like that, but something's weird is going on to where she gets aroused, I think, by Ness like cussing her out. Because I'm like, how is it that you are coming over here and doing stupid stuff that you claim you want you claim you want Ness to like you. How is she supposed to like you when you're acting stupid every fucking day? When you're acting like a child with that whiny fucking nails on the
But that's the
chalkboard
thing. Let's
voice.
act like she enjoys it though. She be sitting there encouraging it. Like it be a whole panel. We're having a good time. We're talking it, and she literally will stop. Like she literally kept stopping everything to have this flirty thing with us, and that's what that's why I got met when I. That's how this all started. We was having a good time. We was talking about this. Ness kept trying to shoot that. Like, bitch, you're not saying nothing. You keep fucking going back and forth with Jay Dunn, and nobody on the panel is engaging in this shit. Everybody in the chat is like, let's not do this again tonight. But every night she keeps indulging in it, and I don't get it. So that's why Jay Dunn do it, because Ness feeds into it, which is weird. That's why I was like, I'm starting to think she likes that shit, and that's weird to be getting validation from somebody that look like Jay Dunn.
I, I it the whole thing is that there are benefits to having Jay Dunn on a platform. I mean, you're gonna get money regardless, whether
No, she
they
didn't
pay
take up
you.
no money. I asked her that because the chat
No,
was
no,
even act. She said
no,
she's
but
not
she's
taking money
going
from
to.
it.
But there's people who literally go to Nessa's platform just to, that probably want to see an exchange interaction and stuff like that with her and like certain people. And there's people there that come to like probably watch Jay Dunn, who knows the whole thing or whatever.
Right.
But
I don't.
people, Jay Dunn, everywhere Jay Dunn goes, she's getting used. So Jay Dunn is definitely an asset on panels for people who want to get paid.
Right.
She's definitely asset. So of course, like I
I don't
said,
see, I don't see that. I don't see the thing Ness is getting out of it, because she's not accepting the money that they was offering the chat. The other day, somebody was trying to give her 500 just to get rid of her a month. I thought that was too much. They should have asked for like 3 or 4 months, like at least 4 months, 125 each month or something. But they was willing to give her $500 for 1 month just to keep Jada off the panel completely. They didn't even say the chat. They just said the panel. And that's I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. The only way, and she wouldn't take no money. She just took films that time, and she made an excuse of why, because she let film, another dumbass bitch that be over there. But yeah, the only, but people was that night, because Jay don't irritate me, because if I haven't even say anything. I was letting them have that. You know what I'm saying? But once we finally get a panel going, we are talking. Everybody's involved, interactive with the whole panel. And Jay Dunn first, she cuts it off to try to curse Dowie out, nitpicking anything Dobie said, trying to make I'm not Dobie, Dory, nitpicking anything she said to try to create an argument with her. And then after we finally get that settled and we try to move the fuck on, then she wants to stop it again to talk about Nez, my sweetie Nez. And I'm like, really? I'm like, that's when I just got irritated. I'm like, yo, why you keep talking to somebody that's not even responding back to you? And I was like, I was like, Nez, you. That's like, oh, don't be calm. I was like, no, you're supposed to shut this shit down if you claim you don't like it, because this is like, now this is irritating every fucking body. That's why I asked you, why have anybody up? Just say link for Jay Dunn, and y'all go ahead and sit and do that weird shit that y'all want to fucking do. It's weird.
the only thing that I don't like when I watch like certain platforms, the only thing that I don't like when I watch certain platforms is when they start talking about like sexual stuff or whatever, because
Right.
I feel like that grosses me out. I don't want to hear about any, like, even today I was watching trying to watch Jay Wilson's, but like when saw like the whole Castro thing, I'm not into that I'm not into none of that shit. So I was like, I don't want to watch that. So even yesterday with the whole thing with Jay Dunn, I mean, you wanted to move the conversation along, but they wanted to continue to talk about sexual stuff. And that shit grossed me out. I don't want to think of anybody in that way. Like, on like none of that shit. I don't want to hear about nobody's sex life. I don't. So that shit grosses me out. So I definitely, for anybody's panel, I'll step away. And like even if it's like on Pizarro's platform and I see like Krista with her desperate ass and I want to in her ugh, I don't want to see that lady, like I don't want to hear that lady talk about anything sexual. She's not an attractive woman. I don't want to hear about nobody like Jay Dunn's escapades with Slick Chick or any of that nasty ass shit. That shit grosses me out. It literally grosses me out. So I don't want to hear about it. None of these people I want to look at in that I want to think of in that type of way. I just want to hear about what's going on, the commentary. The streets have kind of been a little dry, but other than that, I don't want to hear about none of that shit. That shit grosses me out. I wish like we could just stick to the commentary. Cause I nothing like I would love for Jay Dunn to understand that there is nothing sexy, attractive about her. And if she's gonna rely on her personality to get women, she's gonna have to have a better personality because nobody's intrigued, nobody's attracted. She literally repels people and to where they get annoyed. But I mean, like I said, she they're gonna use her for their platform because I would use her for my platform, of course. So
Yeah. And I enjoyed it too. Like I enjoyed playing the spades with her. When Jay don't want to be cool, she be cool. But the problem is, like he said, she's so sabotages. She come out her mouth trying to talk crazy to you, or she'll be poking at you, and you try to let it pass because you already know once it's on, it's fucking on. Because she gonna act like all that other shit didn't happen. Like nah, you know what I'm saying? And then she like it's weird. So I tried, but fuck that bitch. Yeah, she pulled it out of nowhere, and I said, "Let me see the base." The base. I didn't think she was gonna have that damn near 20-inch black thing on there. Yeah, she was. She keeps bringing that machine every chance she get, and that's the thing. He want to say, "Oh, every 5 minutes we gotta hear." Oh, Ness said I made her moist when I cursed Heidi out. Oh, uh, I eating pussy, eating this. I'm like, come on, every night. Like, why are you even engaging in this shit? Like, I think you overusing this word anyway. Like, let's retire it for the rest of the month. But no, she just got to keep going. It's not like she's even saying something new. So to cut me off so she could talk about this weird shit and then get mad because I don't want to do it in her weird ass conversation. So now you want to come for my fucking baby? Hell no. Fuck y'all.
does she not hear the stuff that like is being said to her when she tries to like make it past to certain women and stuff like that? I don't know if she if she if she hears like some of the stuff that is being said to her because there are women who blatantly will have to like they tell her like no, I do not want to do none of that with you. No, it's nothing like that. Let's move the conversation along, like literally curving her like to her
Right.
face, and she's just not grasping it. You know what I'm saying? She still thinks, oh well, there's still hope, I still got a chance. Like no, this girl is turning you down. And where
Right.
has that gotten you? Let's pretend like that happened or whatever, and you made Ness moist or whatever the case may be. Well, guess what? Where did Ness's moisture get you, Jay Dunn? Did you get the panties? Did you get the panties? Did you get the panties? No, you did not. So that's the whole thing. And yeah, you know,
Yeah, she's claiming
so
that she had bone sex with other people. I'm like, I
she's
don't know
on
what type
these
of class
panels. Jay Dunn's on
is
these panels. Y'all think she's on these panels like poking at certain women for like no reason. I mean, just to get her little kicks off. But no, Jay Dunn is literally on panels jacking off while she's provoking like people and stuff like that while she's provoking Ness. And Ness is like, what? 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 And it's like, that's not a woman that's intrigued. That's not a woman that's aroused. And these are the social goddamn cues that I'm talking about. That's not clicking. It's not clicking. You know what I'm saying? But when you're desperate and you don't get nobody, I mean, hell, you gotta take what you can get, I guess. So
child. Something wrong with both of them. Let me tell that. I just
any
thought it was
kind of insinuation, and Brianna's clearly don't got and catching on to certain things either. If she thinks that me and Jay Dunn have any type of mutual thing going on when it comes to any level of anything or whatever, because I've already being I've already had a relationship with Ness. There's no jealousy or any of that stuff going on. She's the one mentioning me.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that's
because
one
she
thing.
see even
But
it's because y'all not together, but for some reason she sees you as competition and is like this little love. She done created a love triangle in her head, you know.
if there was a competition, I would have already won because I've already, had a sexual situation with Ness. I've already had a relationship with Ness. So I've already won that. She can't
Right.
she can't never beat me in any competition involving any woman at all. But the point of the matter is, and of course, like, because that's what one thing, like Pizarro was asking, even Pizarro's undercover lesbian ass, who would she
Yeah.
choose, he or would she choose Jay Dunn if she had to have a lesbian experience? Of course she would choose me. While she's over there lying to Brianna, Nika, whoever will listen. Oh, I just want this Heat's money. Bitch, you wasn't you wasn't taking no money when we was behind the scenes before I dealt with Ness. I'm talking about like what it was a year or two ago before I met Ness. You wasn't taking no money when we was behind the scenes for like 3 hours talking to each other and shit like that or whatever. There was no money being exchanged. We was talking and stuff like that. You were telling me about yourself and things like that, things I didn't even ask you. So you literally have where you are, and even Truth Enterprise playing that clip from the other day where Pizarro was like, Ness, and he wanted my pussy. He wanted my pussy.
Yeah.
He wanted to eat my pussy and all this stuff. What straight woman talks like that?
She
You
was
know what I'm saying?
passionate as fuck too. Y'all
He
have to hear
wanted me
that
to
shit.
leave. He wanted me to leave my husband and my kids and go to California. Ness, don't you? And I'm like, what? This is a straight woman talking. That never happened. But this
Allegedly.
is a straight woman talking and stuff like that or whatever. See, there's
Allegedly.
feelings. There's feelings there. That's energy there. And if her friends are too blind to see it, because Brianna's too busy wrapped up in her man right now. But if she's too
She said
blind
she
to
wanted to
see,
take care of her kids and everything. I felt out.
yeah,
I said, this bitch is weird.
yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
with no kids want to move you and your 4 kids. Girl, shut the fuck up.
Exactly. So, it was some fabrication going on and stuff like that or whatever. And that's what I'm saying. We were having like conversations behind the scenes, before like a year or two before I met Ness and things like that or whatever. And she has been salty ever since I got with Ness because she feels like Ness won her prize or took away her gift, if you will.
Right.
And that's my conclusion. And this is a married woman we're talking about. This is the
That's
woman
what
who's
I'm saying.
happily married. But why are you bragging about me? You claiming that I wanted to eat your puss and all this other stuff. You claiming I wanted a ghetto Miami girl and all this other stuff or whatever. It's just all fabrications because you're trying to poke at Ness. You're trying to make Ness feel some type of way. But Ness already conquered.
What's
So
up, fire? It's not. She sure did. Y'all already been together, and it's weird. Like, why? And I think what it is you represented to her the husband that she fakes that she has online. You probably something like she imagined she would have.
well,
If that makes sense.
it's obvious that maybe, I don't know, but it's clear that her husband and her probably share the same low budget, $10,000, $5,000 a year tax, bracket that they're in and stuff like that, annual, income that they make every year. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like she's asking everybody but her husband, who's supposed to be providing and protecting her. She's asking everybody for money except her husband. And that's
That
a
part.
scary situation for a straight woman to
Exactly.
be in. So, you know.
Yeah. Like she literally panhandles every day to survive. And
Yeah.
I never heard somebody brag about Cash App so fucking much. None like what do your husband do for you? She's claiming to
Yeah.
get all these
To
thousands
me,
and thousands from the intel. Like she's just a weirdo.
Brianna and Pizarro both got losers because
Yeah,
even when you see Brianna go out of town, she's treating herself. Her
right.
man is nowhere to be found. How the fuck are you treating yourself and you got a whole man sitting at home? Why are you taking a man in I just don't understand. But like I said, pickings
You
are
know, I'll never
slim.
understand that shit.
Pickings are probably slim for Brianna, I'm sure. I'm very sure. So she got to take what she can get with a loser. But if she was a top notch female that actually took care of herself, and even when the day comes, because we hoping the day comes that she actually slims down, hopefully she will just drop him like a bad habit. She will drop him because she'll be in a position that she can get somebody better and shit like that. Somebody that doesn't have all that baggage with them and shit like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
He'll
right
probably drop
now,
her before that happens. He already
what you say?
dropped her. They say he left her and got married to somebody and came back. Esteem low.
Yeah, she does definitely. You got to have a lot. There's no, you can't justify dealing with somebody who has all those kids that really
Yeah.
isn't that's moving in with you at that. You know what I'm saying? Like
And they're
that's not a
felon.
flex.
You got
Yeah.
all those kids and you a felon. Even if the judge only ordered like $25 a month for each child, his check's still gone.
Sometimes, and this is what women need to understand, sometimes it's better to be alone than be with somebody who is a loser and stuff like that. Now, especially the straight women, it's better to be by yourself. You winning by yourself more than you can ever be just saying that you got somebody, because it's
That
never a
part.
flex. It's never a flex to have a bum. That is never a
Ever.
flex. You would get laughed up out of my family, even my friends, like my real
Yeah.
life friends. I would like dog you. Like my
Facts.
family would dog you if
Oh,
you
yeah.
was dealing with a loser that did not
Mhm.
match your income. every m- I mean, any man that the women in my family have been with, they have taken care of them.
That
They
part.
had a bigger bag or even had an equal bag to them, but most likely they had a bigger bag and stuff like that or whatever. You know what I'm
I would
saying?
not date a
So
man that don't have that cannot take care of me. Like, what is your purpose? A real man
yeah.
wouldn't feel like one if he wasn't protected and provided. Like, it takes a special kind of bum to be able to live off of a woman.
Yeah.
Like, you have no morals about yourself. What other lines will you be willing to cross? I don't trust you, and I
And
wouldn't respect you either.
Brianna Brianna's not an ugly girl, so it's not gonna be
That's
hard
true.
when she does lose weight to get a better quality guy. But the thing is that she's gonna have to stop joining lasagna challenges and actually focus on the weight loss. And that's how it's going to happen. Keto that shit up and shit, like I was trying to tell her to do the keto, go the keto route. And because abs are made in the kitchen, they're not made in the gym. You gotta stop eating all those fucking carbs and shit. You shouldn't be eating lasagna and you're trying to lose weight. You shouldn't be eating any kind of pasta, rice, breads. You shouldn't be eating none of that shit. You should just be eating vegetables and meat if that's what you consume, or
When you only
and
want me to
fruit.
eat fruit, she allowed me, if anything, she should be telling her to eat the goddamn fruits and me to eat the meat. But
No,
no,
I
she
mean, wait, what you talking about?
yeah, I took my computer back. She need to be just eating fruit. But her body is so used dependent probably on a certain amount of food just to function at this point. It's probably so
I mean, I just think that Brianna needs to be on some like keto type of stuff. Like she should literally go that route, and she just needs to not like never do carbs at least for a year. Like, and she'll just the pounds are just gonna start flying off if she just stops like stuff in her face with shit that she's not even supposed to be consuming. Because you can't eat that shit, especially when you eat like carbs. Carbs convert to sugar. If you're not burning off the sugar, it's going to turn into fat, which is why you expand and shit like that. That's why you don't eat breads, you don't eat rice, you don't eat pasta unless you're actually going to burn that shit off. If you don't burn it off, and you eating 3 meals a day on top of that, you're not even supposed to be eating 3 meals a day. I mean, we can go down the damn list and stuff like that, because your body only, it takes so long for your body to even digest one meal. So you're trying to add meal on top of meal on top of meal on top of meal, and then you wonder why you get sick and shit like that. Wonder why you're lethargic and you can't function. Your body don't even have any energy to do anything. So those are some of the things. Like I just look at Brianna and I'm like, damn, like why are you eating that? why the fuck are you eating that? See, so I never bought the weight loss journey because in order for it to be a journey, there needs to be a level of discipline. And she doesn't have it because she's relying on some sort of artificial tool, if you will, or medication to suppress her appetite. And she should be suppressing her appetite like Jay Wilson's hungry hippo ass should be suppressing his appetite. But he can't do it on his own. It's so hard. While he's talking about everybody else and their mental issues and shit like that. Well, you got a mental problem too. You're addicted to food. You're an addict. You
Yeah,
always
well,
slurping and eating and shit, and that shit disgusts me. At least Brianna don't be doing all that nasty ass shit online and stuff. Not that
well,
I
she
don't
used
have
to,
no
she
problem with
used
her.
to until BS made her stop eating online. She used to, but I don't find her to be attractive. But I do feel like if she comes down to like a normal, because she's not even a BBW, she needs to stop thinking that she's severely obese. But if she comes down to like a normal BBW size, like even if she get down to like maybe 300-400, I feel like she'll be, and then get some type of skin removal service. I think she can, and she can find like a guy, because there are some men that are into BBWs naturally, and they'll probably, and you gotta, and she obviously willing to pay, but she could find somebody that at least go half. I don't think she'll ever find a man to provide for her, and she doesn't even have that confidence that it would take to attract that type of man. So, but I think she'll
She
find somebody at least going half. Like
she
she can
can
find somebody.
definitely she could if she loses the weight, she could definitely get a better man than what she has
Right.
now. And like I said, I don't think Brianna's not an ugly girl. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, which is my opinion. And
Right.
so it ain't gonna take nothing for her to get somebody that's doesn't have a child, or you know what I'm saying, and has their own income, has their own place, own
Right.
car. These are not flexes anymore when you're an
Right.
adult.
Right.
It's cute to be with somebody that has a car when you're a teenager and stuff like that, but y'all playing teenager games. Oh, he got a job, he got this and that. He's supposed to have a job.
But
He's a
God,
man, number one,
right.
and
Weird.
he's an adult. You know what I'm saying? So I just really think that a lot of black women miss the mark. Some of them miss the mark when it comes to their choices and raggedy ass people because they're afraid to be alone. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying? And if you're
And
afraid
they
to be alone,
desperate.
you'll choose anybody, any loser. You'll choose a whole fag like Lemon. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
A shit pusher. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to, we got to deal with the Lemon and the Krista saga, and we know that Lemon pushes shit and stuff like that or whatever. So we got to deal with that shitty saga once again because the people are perpetuating this lie. And it's like, why do we have to, and that's where I remove myself because I'm like, I'm not gonna deal with no beard storyline. And
Fact.
Pizarro was the main one calling Lemon all kind of fags, but when she's going up against Ness, all of a sudden Lemon becomes straight again. Brianna is now calling Lemon straight again and shit like that or whatever because they can't come up with content on their own. They not creative enough to do shit on their own, so they're
Or
using Lemon as a crutch. Cause Lemon
they,
don't bring shit.
is that they too highly of themselves. And now
Yeah.
all they got left is the people that's gonna lick their ass. That's why I said when I start fucking with them, don't you see shit stop moving? That's why they be so mad. I didn't even have no idea. And that's what's telling me, oh, ODS keep going live with topic. Ask me, do I give a fuck? You see what I'm saying? I just show you got them bitches pressed. You can go live with me or talk to me all the fuck you want to. The people that fuck with me gonna come regardless, bitch, or watch the fucking replay. But ain't no more challenges, bitch. Ain't no more good panels. And I'm not fucking with you, hoes. And I like Poverty Clean, she was doing so like let her tell her she was everybody's savior. She made everybody, but can't make herself. The minute people start fucking with her ass, she got nothing. She over there licking Chris and Lemon ass now. Weird ass, useless bitch.
Right. And what's it called? I was watching Treasure went live today, and he was talking about
Then
y'all was he was like, my mama didn't do nothing to you and Ness. She didn't do nothing to you and Ness. Don't y'all know that that's elder abuse? That's elder. I was like, first of all, we was looking out for your mother. We was looking out for your mother because you the one who we want. The elder abuse will be on your part. How the fuck is a lady that we don't even know, we ain't never met, how the hell are we abusing her? You are her son. You're the one who left her in that facility by herself. You're the one who's abusing your mother while you on here sitting on your couch talking to us on on your platform, on your channel and shit like that. You're going live talking to us while your mother's stuck in a facility. If it's anybody with the elder abuse who's abusing your mother, it's you, Treasure. You're abusing your mother. How the fuck we over 2,000 miles, or over 2,000 miles, 2,500 miles probably, yeah, I'm sure. 20 over 2,500 miles away from your mother. We don't know nothing about that lady, so we're abusing her. It's just the stupid shit that a Treasure spews out of his mouth that his audience like will eat up, and it sounds so fucking dumb or whatever. And people don't even bother to question him. And
No.
it's like, how long are y'all gonna allow that wrinkled faced turd to like concoct these fucking lies and these stories and stuff like that
It's
until
weird. He's like a
somebody.
god to some of these people. He could sit there and lie. I remember one time he was sitting there lying to me and probably saying about something. I literally get the audio, play the clip, and then he wants to carry me on with the conversation. No, nigga. And everybody acting like I just didn't catch him dead in the lie with his own motherfucking words. But they do that. That's why some people I just be like, oh, whatever. I ain't got the time. Because y'all gonna automatically make me the bad guy. So whatever.
We were literally looking out for his mother's well-being. We weren't trying. We weren't. We're not abusing the lady at all. The lady was not getting abused by
So he's
us at
still mad
all.
about that lie you did last week? Damn.
Yeah, he's still upset about it. Because like I said, when things strike a chord with Treasure, he's not gonna. You'll never hear the end of it. You'll never hear the end of it. And like I said, if I was telling a lie, he would have laughed it off, and it would have just been, whatever.
Right.
But everything I do with Treasure is always accurate, and it hits every time, and it does what it needs to do, because that makes him our bitch, because he's actually doing content. He's benefiting everybody. I mean, Ness is getting benefited, he's getting benefited, and things like that or whatever. So I mean, it's a win-win for everybody. But we actually helped him out the other day, because like I said, he doesn't have any content. He can't come up with content on his own. You know what I'm saying? So
That gave
that's
him a
another
reason
thing.
to be a victim. He can run that. He can run that for a good 6 months. Yeah, that's
Oh
what
yeah,
I be saying. I be laughing at people. When they be trying to all jump. I be like, I got you bitches mad, especially the people that come on panel. I don't even be no way you motherfuckers. You groupies get on panel trying to give me where I hurt you, when I hurt you speeches. Bitch, how the fuck is you so hurt and pressed and bothered about my personal opinions on panels? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go seek a psychiatrist because I'm not the one. And then only thing that do is to get your motherfucking feelings hurt. That's
but
all it
that's
took.
because that's why I always say uppity will always be panel gold, especially over somebody like Brooke, who brings absolutely nothing. If I have to listen to Brooke pretend to sound smart one more time, I don't know what to do with myself, because even that comment that she made the other day sound really stupid, when she was trying to compare having several evictions to somebody on government assistance with a
Wow.
completely clean slate. You know what I'm saying? I would
Yeah.
rather have the clean slate.
Yeah.
I'll take
And I
government
actually have to
assistance
pay my
all
rent. You know,
day.
like I got free rent. I pay my rent.
Yeah,
I pay my light and gas. You don't pay for anything. And you're on government assistance and still in eviction court.
and I and I
So
and I can put money on Uppity's credit is better. I'm putting
way better.
I could put, because Uppity doesn't have a car note. She ain't got
Nope.
nothing in her name. You know what I'm saying?
Except
So
my light
whether
and gas. I mean
she
my light and my rent. Yeah.
yeah.
Not even no
So
credit card because I know I got a shopping problem.
okay, so she has a credit card, but
No,
that's
I don't
not
have no
even.
credit card. I got a prepaid card. I told you I got my
Oh,
prepaid
prepaid card.
card
Oh, well, you
because
don't
I
even have a
got a
credit card.
problem. No, no,
Okay,
I said
even
I could get a credit card, but I always turn
yeah.
them down because I don't want to get bad credit.
Right.
Hmm.
So she didn't even have a credit card. And I would take that any day. A whole clean slate. People,
Hmm.
and then you're getting clearly, you got good or decent credit if they're offering you and things like that or whatever, I'm sure. But the fact that you don't have any of that stuff, that's even
Right.
better because you can leave and you can go into any state and move to any state with no problems. You come,
Fact.
Brooke can come, you'll have a better chance. If you move to California, you'll have a better chance of getting a place than Brooke would because Brooke got
Absolutely.
all those they're looking at all those evictions. They're going to pull all that shit up. They're going, oh, hell no, you can't come here.
Right.
You, like,
That part. You see what I'm saying? And actually, I
so,
could because I could take my voucher anyway. Then she keep talking about like, I didn't even get to use it yet. You weird ass bitch, but I will. It's the same motherfucking difference. But Brooke, you
yeah.
can't even afford your apartment or government assistance. You go because that's what Baltimore says. You cannot get your fee waived unless you can prove you're on assistance. So y'all clearly proved it on more than one occasion, and you live in the courthouse, bitch.
And according to, your records, you need government assistance. You need something like a Section 8, Brooke, because you clearly can't maintain your bills while you over here trying to talk about finances. You clearly ain't got your finances down. You know what I'm saying? So it was just
And
crazy
you
how
got
she
it
was talking about
told.
you.
I told you it. If it bothered me, I wouldn't have told you that. I live
Right.
in New York City. Rent is high as fuck. I'm happy as hell. I got my fucking voucher. I can't wait to fucking use it. The fuck you
Right.
talking
And
about?
according to what her and Malik like bring in annually, they cannot afford New York. They can't even afford Maryland. They can't even afford
If you
Baltimore.
can't afford
Raggedy
Maryland,
ass
you know you can't
Baltimore.
afford New York. The
Like,
fuck?
what are we talking about? What are we really talking about? And so that was something. But I really am enjoying, like, Dory on platforms. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying seeing a lot of different people like on platforms and things like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think that yeah, I enjoy to see different individuals on platform. Oh, and guess what? I don't know if did you see Rodney's earlier today?
Uh-uh. No.
Rodney, somebody asked, I think it was Dory. She was like, somebody asked Lemon, they was like, well, why aren't you? No, I think it was at Pizarro's. They was asking Lemon, why you coming at all these women? Fighting with all these girls, but you keep running away from dudes and stuff like that or whatever. His excuse for not fighting with King Roman was because his channel was down. Meanwhile, he was on panel after panel going back and forth with women and shit like that or whatever. And then when he got his channel back, he resorted back to going back and forth with women. See, this is the bitch ass shit I'm talking about. Y'all supporting these yags that
That don't
have
even
all
like
this
your
energy,
ass.
right? They have all this energy for girls, but have no energy for men. And that was a stupid ass excuse that he came up with. Oh well, I ain't going after King Roman. I'm not going after King Roman because what he was saying? He was like, I ain't going after King Roman because my channel was down. And I'm like, okay. And then he was talking about, well, I ain't going after Custard because Custard said he didn't want to come back to the beef sector. It don't matter. He said
So
something
he
to
said
you.
that Cuss had a dead channel. So I said it because I was like, you claim you don't want to because that remember this when Custer came and dragged him. Nessa was asking because I remember I was in the chat. I didn't hit the link. Everybody's like, hit the link. I'm like, no, because actually these people they are really funny. They are giving on the panel, and this time I can just sit back and collect the tea because I never watched Sir No King fucking Avatar Nation bullshit. I never watched it, so I had no idea what was going on. Like I said, the Avatar Nation to me was a bunch of rejects that the B sector allowed because you wasn't allowed to come on panels talking shit if you didn't turn your camera on. Period. And they didn't really let the chat engage but so much anyway back in those days. But anyway, I was like, so since you saying Custard is a dead channel, you don't want to help them bring it back to life. Why you what's your excuse with Roman news? He started stuttering and then he just went on refused to answer the question. Well, we know the answer because you a scary ass bitch. He only
Right.
want to talk to men that he know ain't gonna have shit to say back because for
Right.
whatever reason. You know what I'm saying?
He
Some of
want to
them,
try to he want
yeah,
to try to punk like people like Rodney, like
right.
easy targets. That's what
Victim
Lemon does.
on.
He goes for
Yeah.
easy targets. But when it comes from somebody that's actually going to give him some smoke and stuff like that or whatever, he's not going to go for it. But here he is trying to go back. I seen him for an hours and hours, and Pizarro will never question him on why he keeps trying to go back and forth with. He was going like dragging Chris Krista, and I don't even like Krista or whatever because she's
Me
a
neither.
following dumb bitch. But
Bitch, right.
the fact that he had all hours and hours and hours to go back and forth with Krista, meanwhile, he's not giving any men that same energy. And it's
At
just
all.
very like what nobody's ever gonna respect you when
That
you
part.
because that's why I said a lot of these dudes that these gay dudes, I feel like they are one of the girls and they feel like that they can like, um they feel like they can cuss women out and shit like that. They get free reign to cuss
Right.
bitches out. No, you're a dude, and we look at you like you are a man, bro. Like, and you should be doing what a man is supposed to be doing, and you're supposed to be going back and forth with other men and shit like that. I don't. It's never. You don't get no cool points. First of all,
Fact.
even as a straight dude, you don't get no cool points going back and forth with a woman. You don't get no cool points going back and forth with a woman on any level. Whether you gay, whether you a straight man or a gay man, you
That
don't get
part.
no cool points because, like I said, uh, arguing is a woman's sport. It's
Right.
feminine energy any fucking way. You're moving like a bitch anyway when you argue with a woman. When you argue, period. And if you're gonna do some any art, I mean, that's why I'm like these dudes be thinking they doing something when they're going back and forth and they getting on panels and they dragging women and shit
Looking
like that.
sassy as
But it just
hell. They
makes
be looking
them. They
sassy.
look sassy. They look like they look weak to women, and they don't get that. They look like bitches to women because a real man is not gonna argue with no woman. They're not.
That part.
They're gonna walk. I mean, I ain't never. I don't. My even when my parents would get into it, my dad would walk away. He's not gonna
Right.
argue with my mother. She gonna argue. She gonna say her piece, but he's not.
Right.
He's gonna like. He's just gonna walk away until she cools down, and then they can have the conversation and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
that this little yag activity that these dudes is doing, like, no. And then if you are gonna be addressing people and stuff, address dress your own kind and shit. Dress men. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Pizarro allows these gay men to think that they women and shit like that. Like ODS gets to cuss out all the women he wants to cuss out. But
Right.
meanwhile, when it's time to defend these bitches, he's nowhere to be found. But
Nope.
he wants all the
And
cash
love
apps.
Street, he beef sector, but he the only thing he beef with is his fucking cholesterol, but he stay losing. But when I'm trying, yeah, he always runs when it's time for smoke, but stay screaming at beef sector. You don't take your fat ugly ass back to the mukbang where you belong, you scary ass bitch. He will kiss
Right.
ass, and he won't even curse with all women. He selected with the few.
And then Truth
He
Enterprise
kissed
pointed
Tracy ass
out.
trying to be cool. Tracy was on
Truth
his ass. He kissed her ass.
Truth
Yeah.
Enterprise pointed out that he was when he that picture that Dimples posted on her community wall where ODS was in the back of that building, we zoomed in on those nasty ass feet. And that
Oh,
he
they
had dirty ass
disgusting.
feet. Dirty
Yeah.
ass feet. He's always looking dirty. No matter how clean he tries to get himself, he's always dirty. And every time I look at him, I'm like, you got shit on your mouth. Because I always think about when he sucked off Rico's shitty dick. And that shit grossed me out. And I was like, damn, like, not only we zoom in on your toenails, we zoom in on your nasty ass, crusty ass feet on Dimple's community wall. And it's like, look at all of this stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? This is the guy that's talking about people. The guy, I mean,
Right.
if
It's
you
like
want
a
some
nerve. Oh,
I
she said, if y'all hear
ugh.
that, oh, Castro, please tell me that's not true. Castro is too cute to be dealing with that ugly. He probably got
Oh
everything under the sun.
yeah. Yeah, Truth Enterprise was talking about that. We was in Truth Enterprise and she was talking about that, how, you know, ODS was like he sucked off another unknown man because you don't know nothing about this man. You don't know nothing about his charts. And that's what me and Truth came to that conclusion. We said if you keep ignoring the fact that you're sucking off sick sick dick and shit like that, then that must mean that you have a sick dick. That must
That
mean that something you sickly, because I don't know no straight man that, I mean, not straight man, I'm sorry, I don't know no gay man that will just sleep or put his mouth on somebody that he knows that is infected and don't have a problem with it unless they are infected too and they just don't
That
give a
part.
shit. Or
That part.
maybe they get a rush out of you know, some people get a rush out of weird stuff like that. And I really
But I
think
think
that ODS,
he's like Brianna. He doesn't have that many options. He got to go where he can. Ain't,
and I really think ODS,
ain't no slim man trying to fuck with his fat nasty ass. Are you okay?
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
I really think he gets either a some type of I think he gets some type of sexual, I think he gets some type of rush off of sleeping with or sucking off infected penis. That's what I think when it comes to ODS. I think that he gets a rush off of doing disgusting things, or he either has it himself and he's not telling nobody. That's
I
what
think
I
the
think.
latter is more likely. That's the latter.
Yeah, because uh I don't want no I if I was a gay dude, I would not want no even as a gay woman, I don't want no parts of anybody who is has any kind of, infections in any type of way and stuff like that, or STDs or anything like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got to see some stuff or whatever. But he don't know anybody. He'll just suck off any Tom, Dick and Harry. So, it's really disgusting. And this is the person that is a part of the crew. See, I can't have men a part of my crew. That's why I always, champion, people like Lady Dimples and stuff like that or
Yeah.
whatever,
Mhm.
because they can say whatever they want about Lady Dimples, but Lady Dimples is an equal opportunity. Lady Dimples, I've seen Lady Dimples go at women. I've seen Lady Dimples go at men. I've seen Tulsa go at men. I've seen Tulsa go at women. And that's what I'm saying. They're equal opportunity. They are not afraid to, they're more manly, no disrespect to them, but they're more manly than the men are. And the men are, I mean, the gay men and the straight
Right.
men, they're the ones who are, the gay men and the straight men are afraid of each other, but the trans women are not afraid of going fighting anybody. You know what I'm saying? They're not afraid of these men and stuff like that. So maybe Lemon can learn something. And Brian was trying to help Lemon come out the closet earlier today on Rodney's platform, but it didn't work. And Lemon, of course, ignored the question of why he just don't want to come out the closet. But Lemon has a lot of exploring to do if his body permits it, because he's not. I don't know why T Velocity goes so hard, like talking to Lemon as if he is like a 5-year-old. Lemon does not bring anything. Lemon has
She's
a
a
panel
mammy.
show.
She's a mammy. She's an ugly bitch. She's another
No,
kiss ass.
I
She's an
don't have
ass
a
bitch.
problem with T Velocity, but she has to look at the
I
facts.
mean,
That Lemon has a panel show. He has a panel show. He can't
yes.
do anything without the help of somebody being on the panel with him, helping him along, helping him find something to talk about. Clearly, he's gonna look at the chat and try to talk to the chat because he don't have anything to he don't know how to give commentary. So it's like you T Velocity is talking about Ness. She's talking about all these people that's supposedly stealing Lemon's numbers, but Lemon did not achieve those numbers by himself. He has secondhand numbers, hand me down numbers and shit like that because he's not bringing it on his own. And I already told you guys, people that have panel shows do not last. How many times I have to tell you guys that? They do not last. If you cannot sit on your platform for an hour and give commentary without dropping the link, then you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and your channel is not going to last. Sure, you're going to have numbers with the panel show. You're going to have numbers, but the numbers will never, they'll never last. They'll never last until you do that on your own, until you can produce that shit on your own, because people are coming to see you. And if they're writing, I mean, if they're coming to see, every time they see you, they're seeing other people. That's what they're going to expect every time, and when they don't get that, they're going to go elsewhere. Right
Right.
now, Ness has the better night show. Ness has the better night show. And that's just the reality. I don't got time to look at Lolo. I don't, no disrespect, because I like Lolo. I don't have time to look at Krista. I don't give a damn about a beard storyline and Lemon trying to pretend to be straight. I don't got time to watch that. That's boring. They're not bringing shit. You know what I'm saying? Krista keeps talking about how many numbers she brings, but she can't bring numbers on her own. She keeps talking about
That
what she
part.
can give to Lemon's platform. Meanwhile, her platform, she should have kept that shit to herself when she was on Pizarro's platform, and she said, "Today was the first day I got a 1K. I got 1K and shit like that." And I was like, "You bragging about 1K?" And she said this is the first day that she got 1K in some months. I think she said some months or something like that. And I was like, wow. And she really thinks she's bringing it, but nobody goes over to her channel. Nothing translates over to her platform. So sometimes Krista just needs to stop oversaturating herself by sitting on panels all day and actually save all that energy for her platform, and maybe her numbers will increase, because a lot of these bitches be oversaturating themselves sitting on platforms all day, and then we don't I mean, you didn't say what you needed to say on everybody else's platform, so why do I need to go to your channel?
Exactly. Like,
Save the good shit for your platform, save the good shit for your channel.
but she was put up just like that dumb Bertha man. She was bragging about numbers too. And then they started going down. It doesn't work like that. Kissing
Yeah.
ass, trying to have panel, but like limit and poverty are one of the same. That's why her number fluctuate. If people start fucking with her, the numbers go. But she swear to God, she be building people. No, people actually help too. It's the other way around, bitch. That's why you was trying to be my friend, and I told you, and I gave you my ass to kiss, telling people why you really mad, you weird, ungrateful bitch.
Tracy has been able, people like Tracy, Five Babe,
Yeah,
a lot of
they
people
got a
have been
solid, they got
able.
a solid following, but they
Yeah,
built it over the years.
and they've been able to maintain their
Yeah,
numbers because
yeah,
they've been there. They know how to hold a show by themselves, and that's
right.
very powerful, and things like that, or whatever. And they can say whatever the fuck they want about Dimples, but Dimples knows how to hold her own.
Right.
You cannot compare Lemon to Dimples. You can't
Ever.
compare Lemon to anybody. No matter if you have 10 people in your chat, you're always going to be better than the person who has the panel show, because the panel show is n- never going to get you anywhere. It's never going to get you anywhere, and you're never going to learn anything if you don't do it by yourself and things
Yeah,
like that, or whatever.
he's tried, but he's late.
T Velocity needs to know that her concept of somebody taking Lemon's platform numbers, Lemon's plays, Lemon's drunkenness, Lemon is taking away his numbers. It has nothing to do with anybody else. Lemon is his own worst enemy. T Velocity, and we have to call a spade, because we like calling out all the women and stuff like that. Call this, which you do call Lemon out, but you also have to come to the conclusion that Lemon is the one who's sabotaging his platform. He's the one who dropped the ball on his channel and shit like that, or
Hard.
whatever. When he started his channel off wrong by starting it off with the panel, dropping the link and shit like that. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you got to say, but you really don't have shit to say because you're not a smart person. And you can't, the shit that comes out your mouth always sounds stupid. So you really don't have nothing to add. So you got to have a panel. So that was never going to last. All these numbers, Lemon don't got no fucking clout. L-
No, and then he got big headed for no reason. He got humble. That always happens. I don't know why these people keep doing that. As soon as they start talking that big headed shit, the B-sector humbles like usually almost immediately. And he started fucking with people and thinking he was untouchable. And now look at him. And that's another thing. He's over here cursing out all these motherfucking women and people that actually. I'm talking about the people that support him. But then he over there apologizing to Shakim, and he the fucking flagged your page, you dumbass bitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, people was like, why ain't you giving no smoke to Shakim? Why ain't you giving no smoke to King Roman and Custard, anybody else? He got an excuse for every man
Right.
he supposed to be going back and forth with. But when it comes to women, he got all day to go back and forth with women. He got all day to cuss the women out, but he ain't got the time to go at King Roman. He ain't got the time for Custard. He ain't got the time for Shakim and shit like that, or whatever. Oh, I'm tired of going back and forth with Shakim. Uh, Okay, but you be sitting on your platform watching black women go back and forth, and you just be eating that shit up because you're getting a check at the end of the day, and these dumbass black bitches be sitting on your panel helping you get money while you don't even bring nothing to the sector. You don't even bring shit to the sector.
Right.
Like,
It
at
wasn't
least
even
I
going
don't
to
even
support.
like I don't even like Treasure. I don't even care for Jay Wilson. But one thing I can say is Jay Wilson does bring commentary. Treasure does bring commentary and shit like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They can hold their own by themselves and shit. They actually bring something to the table. Lemon don't bring nothing to the table. So I don't really understand the caping energy that comes from T Velocity. Like, this guy is just as selfish as the people that you are calling selfish. That's all about themselves. Lemon don't do shit for nobody but himself. Look at how he treat Lolo. Look at how he treat all these women and shit like that. Everything was all good with Krista and shit like that until he found out that she wasn't. He didn't find her to be beneficial and shit like that. He didn't have no problem using her for a storyline. He don't have no problem having Lolo sit on his panel all night and shit like that or whatever. He uses people just to because she was trying to compare Lemon and say, but not compare, but she was basically saying that Ness was a user and all this other stuff. But Lemon's a user too.
Right.
If you're gonna call one out, point the
I can never
direction.
respect that weird bitch. She's a weird kiss ass. I'm saying she kisses ass, but you're soon to see it. That's why I don't be bothered with her. I tried to help her too, but one thing I said I'm gonna stop dealing with these mammies because they'll bring my blood pressure up. They really motherfucking will. Like certain people on here, they like the abuse. Or she think by kissing Lemon ass is gonna get her somewhere. Lemon is not going to support you, and especially if you don't find any use of you. You are useless, T Velocity, and you are weak as well. You're another one. Poverty be disrespecting her, and she'll go hit the link and kiss her ass, but turn around and want to do a fucking 5-hour series on me. And I don't even be talking to that weird asshole. I don't think about this bitch, but she stay with my name in her mouth. Like probably talking about she made me, but you trying to reach out to me. No, bitch, go make another uppity since you made me, ho. Stop fucking.
No, and it doesn't matter who. I mean, Pazal says that she made people and stuff like that or whatever, but that theory has been like debunked by the people who, even the people that mod for her that have been that, like I said just now, getting 1K, and they had their channel for years and years, you know what I'm saying? So
Right. She don't
that's
support
been
her own
debunked.
people. Yeah, she don't share them out. She too. That's another kissing ass trying to run after people. Like she's another weird shit. But I just think it's. But look what she's left with. Like I know you like Trish, but come on, people are so like nobody's believing that. She's even trying to get in those fucking the other sector, but they just have they got a whole lot going on, so they're not paying her no more. So she's getting desperate. I heard they said she gonna do a drinking competition. You know, it wasn't gonna be no more cooking competition, bitch, that you could rig. She's very ungrateful and she's very selfish. Her and Lemon are one and the same on so
Yeah.
many fucking levels. And like
So
she claims
that's
she
what I'm saying with T Velocity when she was trying to point out, saying Ness was selfish and all this other stuff or whatever. Well, we could point out a lot of selfish people. And at the end of the day, somebody said, I don't know what platform Jay Wilson said it. Jay Wilson said that we all use each other at the end of the day. So
right.
who I mean, who's to say who's selfish and who's not selfish? Yes, we could say a whole lot of things about a lot of different people or whatever, but we're not gonna ever paint Lemon out to, because it always seems like because
She's so big.
With T Velocity's commentary, it always seems like she is always like kind of point, making, even though she points out all of Lemon's wrongs, it seems as though it's like she doesn't want to own I mean, she doesn't she still wants to paint a pretty picture for him, as if he doesn't do no wrong. And it's like, you have pointed it out, but you can't make it seem like this is a good person, because he's not a good person at all, and he's
Very nasty.
self-serving. And
Manipulative.
I saw what he was about from the beginning. I knew what Lemon was about when I first just knew who he was and stuff like that. I knew there was a reason for him to be sitting on Ness's panel every single night. I knew there was a reason. And
Right.
then when he had a channel, when he finally got a channel, because he was bullshitting about that making it seem like he didn't want a channel. Then when he got a channel, he was bullshitting about, oh, I want to do this for the sector, and I don't want to be monetized. Then
Yeah,
he,
but he
then,
did. He was
then, and then when he started getting a crowd, he started becoming monetized. See, he's a bullshitter and he plays these stupid ass games and shit. And
right.
he think I don't see what the fuck he's doing. He's a user. He's just as much as a user as anybody else. And he plays these fucking games, and then he gets mad when people catches on to like what he does and shit like that or whatever. He played everybody. He played everybody more than you said Ness play people, but to me he played people more than anybody. He played people like dude was acting like he for the longest on his channel. Oh no, I don't want to get monetized. I want to do this for the sector. Now he's trying to shit on people with Pizarro's dumbass and shit like that or whatever. This Yag is shitting on women. Meanwhile, taking their money, he's getting way more money than you. Shitting, and then he's getting way more money than you getting. Talking about I'm getting 10K and all this other stuff or whatever, which ain't even no money or whatever. But he's talking about he's getting all this money. Meanwhile, Pizarro ain't seen no money. She ain't seen shit. But she's pushing him to the forefront, trying to push him to the forefront. He ain't even looking back to help none of these bitches. And he's laughing. He's laughing to the bank while all these stupid ass bitches is looking stupid and shit like that, giving their money to this Yag that don't even like women and shit like that or whatever. See, that's the dumb shit I be talking about. You know what I'm saying? He don't even like girls, and this
Right.
and you and it's like, and Pizarro's always talking about money. Well, what? How much of a cut did Lemon give you? How much of a cut did Lemon give Brianna and shit like that or whatever? Like, and
Remember,
how
because he
much of a
talked
cut?
about it.
Yeah,
You
and he
don't cook
talking
my
about.
meal, Lemon. You don't even cash at me, Lemon. Why the fuck should he, you fucking free workhorse?
Now this dude that said he didn't even want to be monetized in the first place, now he's bragging about how much he's making, how he's richer than everybody in the sector and shit like that or whatever. See, I don't play around with bullshitters like that, with
Yeah,
yags that play games like that because he's full of shit. He's a liar. And he's a fucking user because he plays around like he didn't want this fucking platform when that's what he wanted all along.
right.
And, we got stupid ass bitches like Brianna and Pizarro that keep perpetuating this idiot and this stupid ass fucking storyline and shit like that. But they only looking stupid and shit like that because it ain't messing with my pockets or anything like that. So I really don't care. But I'm just
But
pointing it
they ain't
out.
got no content. They
But
need they was another one that got big headed. People got tired of fucking dealing with them. So
when
now
you
all the
ask
guys
yourself, when they ask themselves, where's the money at? And why ain't the women getting no money and shit like that? They got to ask themselves. They got to look back at themselves and ask themselves, well, I'm supporting this dude and shit like that or whatever. You you should have been supporting. You should have cut off the support. That would have been the smartest thing for you to do. That way, you bitches would have gotten the most money and shit like that. You could have kept it like that or whatever. Not help this Yag out who ain't even giving y'all a dime. Yeah, you just idiots, dumb. Pizarro's just
they
stupid.
don't support other women, but constantly crying about not being supported as women. The ultimate mammy
Right.
issues. I don't give a fuck about
Don't
them dumb ass
support
bitches.
women.
They don't
Exactly.
support. And she's jealous. I think Poverty is jealous of Lady Dimples because, like you said, I enjoy Lady Dimples shows when I catch her. She got like a nice little mix of conversation going on. Even when she like, it's only time he's kind of crazy when she gets on her little Shakim rants and doesn't understand that we want to be left at the text thread of her and Shakim because that's a back and
And
forth
and
situation.
I told Lady Dimples, you do. I mean, you get support. People and she was like, "Well, I'm not getting any money." And I was like, from these people and stuff. And I was like, first of all, I want to make it clear: do not rely on people to give you cash apps. If this is what you are jumping in this shit for you're waiting on somebody to cash app you, you better rely on this white man to give you your money and shit like that. You better rely on your AdSense to pay you and
Right,
shit like that. That's gonna be a guarantee for your money and shit. All this stuff that you're talking about, you waiting on these fickle ass people to pay you.
right.
That's not smart. What you
And
should
some of
be
these people
doing
be
is
lying about how many
monetizing.
cats.
What you should
Uh-huh.
be doing is monetizing your platform. And I told Dimples to monetize your platform because you're doing very well. And it
Right.
is, and even though you're not getting paid monetarily at this particular time, that's your problem. That's your choice because you're not choosing to monetize your platform. You said that you can't monetize. Well, okay, well, don't expect to get any money because these people are too fickle to be waiting. I mean, depending on them to cash app you. You have to monetize if you're looking for money or whatever around here and shit like that. Cause you can't wait for money around with these people. You can't because you never.
Why did she monetize? That's weird. That's what I said. I'm gonna monetize my page. I just said
But she
I'm
trying
just
to.
trying to.
I mean, she thought because her striking up a live that people were just gonna start cash apping her. That's not the way it works.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not what
yeah.
happens. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
no, you should monetize your platform, and that will be your. And you should monetize your platform and that will be your income. That's your income. You know what I'm saying? Your third, fourth income or whatever. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's always good to have multiple streams of income and shit. That's what I said. I'm trying to monetize my page, but I want to get more quote unquote clean hours. I know I'm gonna have to clean up my page. It's time consuming, but at the same time, I'm still building my page and making sure it's like my page could be versatile. Because you know these people be hating on me, flagging my page, and I'm not even monetized. So I'm not gonna even give them a chance once this bitch is actually monetized. So I really need to go through the rules and guidelines and clean up my page before I
The
monetize.
only thing that, like I said, just make sure that when you monetize, just don't use other people's shit. And I think, I
But I
mean,
don't do that
honestly,
anyway.
right?
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna have a problem or whatever. But when it comes to even with Dimples or whatever, keep that shit on your community wall. But you can start bringing like the serious stuff, put that in your memberships and shit like that or whatever. Capitalize off your platform because you're doing very well. And
Yes.
and even though you're not getting paid or whatever at this time or whatever, you're still that's still a form of support. So you was talking about, well, no, they're not supporting me. That's a form of support. They're there watching your videos. And guess what? Them watch those views are equal to money and shit. And that's like, you could make, anywhere from, I mean, you can make a decent amount or whatever, because it's not like a real income or anything like that, but you can make something or whatever more than what you would get waiting on these people to cash up. You was going to be way more than that.
Right.
So, you know, just be
Yeah,
smart.
sometimes people may not have it. Support comes in many different ways. I appreciate people how they can support me, whether it's liking my video, viewing, engaging with me in the chat, sharing my video, leaving comments. All of that adds up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
you
big,
cannot depend on cash apps because that's not gonna come every day.
right,
That's not gonna
right,
happen. But you're gonna have to build your audience and actually remain consistent to
yep,
where people know that you're gonna be coming live and shit like that or whatever. Like not making a live and then you not going live when you're supposed to be going live, Dimples. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I'm working. I'm good at that myself. That's what I'm trying to work on. Coming live more consistent at a certain time every day, just to like build like, okay, let's lock this in. Let's lock this in. Yeah, thank you, Jeannie. Yeah, everybody hit that like button. But
Yeah.
it's a shame how poverty. She's jealous. She see Dimple Star. She keep claiming like, "Oh, you're mad because I don't support you." She doesn't fucking need it, bitch. Dimple's actually because she be over there supporting your ass, and you got the nerve to beg her for a cash app with your rich supposed to be husband, and the intel is taking good of you so well, but you constantly begging like a little crab on a bucket. Dimple supported you, so you should have went over there and supported her right back. You shouldn't be begging for no motherfucking cash app. You support her as hard as you be supporting these niggas that be paying you down off they panels and shit with your weird ugly ass.
See, I knew the well was running dry with Pizarro when she cussed out Lovely Love. When she cussed out Lovely Love over $50. See,
Right.
she can play these games with all these other people like she's getting money, but you're not really getting money if you cussing somebody out for $50 and shit
And
like
Lovely
that or
Love
whatever.
always supporting her. Every challenge she get, Lovely Love be in there to do it. So Lovely Love shouldn't have to pay her anything. Just the fact that she be helping you out with your challenges that you can't have no more because you're unappreciated. You think you be running shit, and now look at you playing bad bitch. You can't have no contest no more, bitch.
How much?
Nobody
But
fucking
then
with you.
we asked the question: how much does Lemon pay any of these women that keep caping for him? How much do he pay them? but she wants the women to pay her give her their money, but she don't require nothing from Lemon, and she share him out every time he goes live. See, that's see, this is why her cash apps and everything she's doing is dwindling, because she's not even doing right by the women in the sector and shit. And the women are the ones that's bringing the content. Lemon ain't doing shit. ODS ain't doing shit. The men don't do shit but regurgitate what they see. They
Mhm.
regurgitating. It's the women out here really banging and fighting and shit like that, if you really want to be honest. So those are the people who you should be supporting the most, the women,
Right.
because they're the ones who's generating, keeping the content flowing and shit like that. But no,
Exactly.
you want how much does Lemon give you to share out his he does. Oh, you do it for free. We know you do it for free because Lemon is not a giving person like that, and
Nope.
he ain't giving you no money and shit like that or whatever. So Pizarro is just a fucking idiot. She's an idiot, and she's always talking about how women ain't supporting her, ain't doing shit for her, but she's supporting everybody else. Like, nah, like I wouldn't give her shit any either.
Right. You get what
And
you
the
give, bitch. You get what you give. The fuck?
Yeah, and there's no way, like I said, she had mods that just now hit 1K. She ain't been supporting them if she was sitting on their panels and all this other shit. But one thing that I think she got to understand, Pizarro don't really put no work in when she's on platforms like that. When she sits on panels, she just be collecting dust. She really
Right.
thinks she be bringing something when she sits on platforms and shit, and she just really be quiet. The only time she really brings something is when she's on her own platform. Cause when you see her on her platform, she's really quiet. She
Right.
really don't really bring nothing. So I really hate
Exactly.
it when she be acting like her presence is just so like we need her and shit like that.
That
I
part.
definitely don't need her
I
for
know I
anything.
don't. She
So
never supports equally either. That's why I said when she was talking about me, I'm like, bitch, you don't even support in my channel. I built my channel on my own. I was like, Heidi always came by, and that's always would come by more than you, bitch. It's the truth. And computer back was only coming over here initially because y'all was only coming over here initially when I fell out with Ness in the first place. Because y'all was just being more petty. It wasn't really about support. But I damn sure supported y'all, and it wasn't reciprocated. So guess what? I no longer help you out with shit, and your views went down. There are certain things you was doing in your channel you no longer could do, but you still keep that attitude going. Your channel is going to continue to go down, and that's the reason why she hating on people like Dimples. Because somebody see Dimples do it, they be like, hey, maybe I can get up there, because maybe we need fresh people. We tired of these weird ass women following around these gay men that are scary as hell. Official Peen Sucker is a scary ass bitch. He's a user, he's a beggar. Same thing with Lemon. And I think what Lemon does, and you can tell that's broke bitch mentality, he waves his cash app supposedly amount in their face, and they jump through hoops hoping to get some. But these are the bitches that's supposed to be married or have these men. Girl, bye.
they want to hold everybody's feet to the fire, but they want to hold all the women's feet to the fire, but they don't want to give that same energy to these men and stuff like that.
At all.
I'm not wasting my time
That part.
supporting no man that's not. I mean, I'm talking about with on Pizarro or Brianna. Y'all supporting dudes that don't even pay y'all anything and shit like that or whatever. And that's
Mhm.
just stupid. That's some backwards business bull. I mean, y'all, that is not even, I don't even understand. That's just not. And then also, I would like to say with T Velocity, she got to understand that this is a business type setting and things like that or whatever. So, with that being said, there's going to always be competition when it comes to whoever is around. When it comes to Lemon, when it comes to Ness and all these different individuals and stuff, it's never going to be a friendly environment and things like that or whatever. Like you know, we're not here to get along with everybody and shit like that. We're not here to
It's
just
all the B sector, dude.
yeah, because she's like she keeps going over this thing where people are taking, but she does hold Lemon accountable, and she says that people, Lemon is responsible for his decline on his platform and shit like that or whatever. But at the same time, she keeps bringing up how people are taking his numbers, but this is a business and Lemon's not bringing shit. So they're going to continue to take his numbers because he doesn't bring anything. If he doesn't bring anything by himself, he's not bringing shit. We're not talking about him dropping the link and having panels. That's not bringing anything. So please stop putting so much on somebody's shoulders that has not brought anything to begin with. Don't bring any content. Don't bring shit by himself. Always
He'll
needs a
bring some
helper.
races over though. He'll bring some races over to curse y'all black asses out. He'll do that each and every fucking time he get an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, she just really like act like Lemon was really bringing something to the table, and I'm like, are you serious? This man he drops his link right before I mean, because T Velocity will go like for an hour or maybe like 45 minutes, and then she'll drop the link or something like that. She'll do a show and then she'll drop the link. Lemon drops the link the second that he's live. Like that is not a fucking content creator. He does not know what he's doing. And I mean, people are going to always run over him. People are always going to go to the better live because they know that when they go over to, at least we know that when we go, if you go to Nessa's channel, you go to Uppity's channel, they're going to deliver their commentary on on a regular day. They're going to deliver their commentary before they drop the link. Uppity don't even need to drop her link. She could just go and things like that. You have to be able to go. And that's what I'm saying with T Velocity. Lemon is not bringing shit. He can't go by himself. ODS
Can't.
cannot ODS puts people to sleep by himself. He don't bring
Right.
shit to the table. Only time I see ODS's platform, I will watch ODS is if he got a panel. That's the only time I give a fuck about anything that's going on his platform. If it's not a panel, I gotta go. I ain't got time to listen to anything he has to say
Right.
because his opinion don't mean shit. Because he don't bring shit. He ain't got no storylines. Right now he does because he's sucking on uh another dirty dick, according to the thing being disgusting again. But you know that's his perverted mentality. I also don't think ODS should not. He just gives me that vibe where I would not have kids around that dude. Like something's off when I
Right.
see a man jacking off out behind buildings in dirty ass sandals and dirty ass shoes, ashy ass, just dirty. Didn't
The
even
feet
bathe, didn't
disgusting.
even wash.
Hands were crusty.
That
The
lets you know
dreads,
something's wrong.
just
Yeah,
everything about him
he's
looked.
gross.
Ugh,
And I said, Odious always looks homeless. He always looks homeless. And I'm
always.
like, how could you talk about Dimples? Because, you know, you just can't talk about Dimples. Like, you just can't. Dimples ain't, you're not even in Dimples. I promise you, I will put money on it. You're not even in Dimples' tax bracket. Dimples has more than one income, first of all. Dimples has more than one income. And Dimples, it, you, that's what just that's all. Dimples has money. ODS does not, just now making a
I got
couple of
more money
bucks.
than ODS has. Like, shit. But like, did you hear? They True With the Pops was saying one day he did it on live. He went up to random people in the street asking to hit they blunt. Bum nigga shit.
Ugh. No, I
But
didn't
what it
know that.
yeah, I was like saying, yeah, she said, yeah, that nigga was on live. And, like the only people I see do that in New York City is crackheads. Like they'll come up to you like passing me a cigarette, but like it's a blunt though. Like so it's not like you could just give them half. Like no, like why would a stranger? I know they said no. Like
And
what the
that's what I'm
fuck?
saying. When you look at that old raggedy ass house that he grew up in or whatever, it's like termite infested house. You know that ODS came from humble beginnings. You know he needs to take a big slice of humble pie because, and it's
Mhm.
like, why are you come from humble beginnings? You lived in hotels. How are you acting like you rich when we know you don't got it like that? We
You came
know
to
you
the
don't have it
project
like that.
sleeping in your car, bitch. A grown ass man sleeping in his motherfucking car. And look what
He
type of job you got at your big ass age. Look, what,
he
you have jobs intended for high school and people in college.
You just mad that you don't have a PPP loan. I don't need one, ODS.
Right.
I don't
That's
need
not a fact.
$20,000,
And I'm gonna
ODS.
keep calling them and make sure they know to check, get your ass sued while they locking people up, bitch. You going to jail if I can help it. I'm gonna keep reminding their ass.
Oh, I already checked
Fucking
on
bum.
I checked on his stuff. I
Yeah.
think it was last week. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they haven't even got to, they're not even done or whatever,
I
but
know they not
they're
done. That's why I
checking
want to make sure they don't
everybody.
forget about his ass. I want to make sure.
They're running through everybody, like right now, especially everybody who has defrauded the government and they have taken money without having a legitimate business. They're coming for you. And I've
Yeah,
already did the report. I already put the report out.
I did too,
So,
bitch. And I ain't
it's
gonna hold
yeah,
you.
yeah. And then on top of that, like I also pointed to the clip online where they can go to I actually pointed the clip where they can reference where he said that, all this other stuff or whatever, because I don't want to give them the exact clip, but
Right.
yeah, but where he was bragging about things and things like that or whatever. But yeah, I already checked on that, just like I checked on Treasure Lane and shit like that or whatever. See, ODS is going to learn not to mess with certain people because he actually has no power. ODS sells phone chargers and earbuds and phone plans. He works in a call center. He sells earbuds and you know chargers, phone chargers.
Right.
He could tell
Right.
you who has the best phone plan. He deals with phones. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to make it seem like he is like the CEO of T-Mobile
Right.
and shit like that. Like, no, dude, you're an employee.
That's a very low entry level employee at that.
Yeah, I mean, you have a high schooler's job, no
Right.
credentials. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Nothing
what
to.
kids
He's
when
never.
kids get out of college on breaks and they go there to work their seasonal and shit. That's not meant to be a career, bitch. You can't
He's
survive off
gonna be
that.
working there until he's 65 because he has nothing else better to offer to the world. His mukbang, he thought his mukbangs was gonna take him over the top, but he
Ew.
doesn't
Why
realize
would somebody want to
he's
look at you
not.
eat? Ugh.
Nobody wants to look at his ugly ass eating. He looks
Right.
disgusting and he looks dirty. And like I said, every time I look at him, I think about shit because I think about his shitty mouth. Like sucking on shitty dick, and I think that shit's gross. You know what I'm saying? So I
No
definitely
way in
don't want
the
to see
world
him
can he
eat.
kiss my baby or even hug him or touch him, not even with gloves. Like, 'cause I'm definitely one of those people. When I have my kids, like, you will definitely figure out really quickly how I feel about you. I do not let everybody touch my baby. They skin is so raw. I feel so bad for that poor baby with all them goddamn dirt bumps. Why would a baby have that many dirt bumps? They're not eating anything that comes right back out of them. You're supposed to be only be giving them naturally. Like, even if you give them the jar foods, which you really shouldn't. So easy to just boil some veggies and mash them yourself. But
And every
yeah, like,
time he has a child, it's never like a genuine place of like, I love this child. It's
oh, using
always,
them for
let
money.
me,
You
yeah, let
mhm,
me use this child. Let me panhandle with this child. Let me use this
right,
child for money and shit like that or whatever. That's some weirdo shit and stuff. And like I said, any man that goes behind buildings and films that shit, and there's something off with them mentally. Like,
right.
yeah, that's not normal.
Yeah, like even if you want to do like outside sex or whatever, I get some people into that. It's like the Russia things, but to do it in the daylight and that those type and then behind a building, like anybody could just walk up. You don't
By
have
yourself,
no
yeah.
care and regard for anybody,
That's
any
not a
child,
man you want to have around
right,
children.
at all.
I get a bad energy when I see him around children because women be like, "Oh, that's cute." It's not cute. This man jacks off behind buildings, behind public company buildings, which was reported. He jacks off behind company buildings, and it's like that's not normal. That's not somebody you want your babies to be around. That's
Right.
like
I
I
question the
guess.
mother of any, like, I question you as a mother. And I'm pretty sure he's a schemy, grimy guy. So I'm pretty sure he's probably giving her like $20, $30 or whatever he collects and shit. You
I
why
wonder
can't you
if
use your own children?
Pizarro. I wonder if Pizarro, if she was related to ODS, I really wanted to know, like, would she allow her daughters to spend the weekend with ODS? That's what I would like to know.
If ODS try to come 5 foot within knowledge, I'll have his head knocked off. I promise you. No way. Anybody that said they would, it's something wrong with them as a parent. But we'll probably even know what her daughters are doing. She's online chasing gay men all day.
Yeah, I don't know, or I don't know, but and she keeps on trying to prove to everyone that she keeps trying to prove to everyone that she has, like, she's been doing this like for a minute. Like, she's been trying to, like, show us, like, look everybody, I got my kids are here's my kid. Like, what are you trying to prove, Bizarre? Why
Because
you
she got
keep doing that?
dragged. You don't notice she always do that every time somebody drag her for the non-parenting she does, even self-care she does for her goddamn self. Because I don't even think she takes time to wash her ass. She always gets to do. She pretend, oh, like my son. She even taking on my kid. Remember my daughter that was a pescatarian. She's even taking on her identity now. Like if you're a real mother, why you gotta copy things other people do? Because I was always telling, like, story time about how, my daughter's pescatarian. I got to make sure I keep her Nutella because a snack she like the pretzel rods with the peanut butter and the Nutella. So now all of a sudden her daughter don't eat meat and she needs Nutella. Like, this bitch is weird as hell. That's why I don't believe she got kids, or if she do, she's not doing shit with them, or else she wouldn't keep having to copy other people's children's life story. It's no way we having this many coincidences, bitch. You're weird.
But just last year, she was arguing with me on my when I had my channel on my community wall on how she believes that you're supposed to eat meat, and she was arguing with me about veganism. Now all of a sudden her kids don't eat meat. One of her kids don't eat meat and stuff
She
like
don't
that.
like.
I was like, yeah.
And that's why I hope that you see she never talk about protein options that she's doing or nothing. If your kid didn't eat meat, you would be talking like, but like I said, she's just a liar. Anything for cash apps. She have her kids come up singing Christmas carols every once in a while, like, just for some money. She just agree. Like, what type of man is you with? Like, I would never brag about a marriage, and I'm online digital panhandling every fucking day. You either have no respect for your husband or he has no respect for you, bitch, to allow that shit.
And Truth Enterprise said that Pizarro, because I think she played some clip or whatever, and she was like, Pizarro said that she said that her husband doesn't want her talking to me
What?
because, yeah, Truth Enterprise said that Pizarro said that her husband doesn't want her talking to me because he doesn't trust me or something like that. And I was thinking to myself, like, you don't ever have to worry about me, first of all, because I don't want her at all. So I mean, I don't understand. But Truth Enterprise played the clip on her channel.
Yeah, you read about she got that's the history book. She will pull out the clips in a minute. But it's weird. You haven't even been around her. Like, and then when you do come
Right.
around, and you wasn't on her panel, she lost her fucking mind. She lost the fucking
Right.
shit. Just like she was over there talking about, I can't be. No, bitch, I don't want to be. People always like to. Her and Brianna love to do that. They love to complain they don't want shit they know they couldn't have in the first motherfucking place. It's easy for you to want some shit you wasn't gonna get anyway. The fuck is
But
that?
if you
Like,
clicked on her link tomorrow, she would let you
that
up there.
part. Yeah, and she was just I wasn't fucking with her ever since she made when we fell out, because like, as always, every time she's getting heat, she want to bring me into it. Oh, why you say something to me and not uppity, bitch? Why every time you get in an argument, I am not the barometer for you, bitch. If I get into something with somebody, unless you have something directly to do with it, I would not fucking bring you up. But every fucking time you get into something with somebody, you always want to make these fucking comparisons and shit, and you can't stand on your own. You always need somebody to hold your fucking hand, you weak ass bitch. What's up,
Remember
Dom?
she cussed me out. Remember she cussed me out because I didn't come to her birthday party.
Yeah.
But Brianna didn't come.
Right.
Her
Yeah,
whole
they love playing
bestie
each other face. Yeah.
bestie
But
didn't
she
come.
wants your
But
money too. And she keeps saying she just used you for money, but I think she wants not only your money, she wants your attention. She clearly had a crush. You do not go around acting like that if you in, like, it's this is deeper than friendship, bitch. You obviously got a fucking crush. Like, the way you be talking, like, and your husband don't give a fuck what you doing. If that even your husband, your boyfriend, I think he's somebody else's husband. You his side piece. That nigga ain't never around or giving you shit, bitch. Like I would, you might as well pretend to be the single or be the single bitch you really are. But something wrong with her. But she
Cause
definitely
I clicked on Brianna's link and I was trying to say hi to Pizarro and Brianna, and Pizarro was and Brianna was like, "Why ain't you talking to this he?" And she was like, "She know," and I was like, "What the hell?" And I was like, "I don't know." And I was like, "Wait," and then then I went and I clicked on her link and I thought everything was cool, and then the next day she was like, fuck you. You didn't come to my birthday party and you was over there on somebody else's channel. You was chilling with another bitch. She said it just like that. And I was like, wow. I was like, wow, this girl is crazy. Like,
I remember
this
she was
girl
mad
is
because she
nuts.
talked about that shit for like a whole month. It seemed like girl, get over it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. So I was like, man, like, I I'm like, this girl is, like I said, she is an
She
undercover
thinks she was
dyke.
chilling
She's an
with
undercover dyke.
another bitch.
She is. I'm and uppity be knowing about people in their like feelings and stuff. Uppity is very intuitive. It must be her. She's Pisces and all that good stuff,
Yeah, I
but
think that.
she's very intuitive. You know what I'm saying? So she be seeing a whole bunch of things. Somebody, I think it was Jay Dunn, that was like, she was like saying, no, somebody said to Jay Dunn about, oh well, I think uppity is on the spectrum. I was like, uppity, because uppity be saying some dumb stuff. I said, first of all, the spectrum has nothing to do with intelligence, and uppity is far from dumb.
That part.
Like
Exactly.
what?
And I don't
Like
care if you're like I wouldn't take that as an insult anyway, but I'm not. But if I was, I would probably speak about it. And I don't have any mental health. What I don't do is kiss they fucking ass and hurt they it's not like you can try to tell me anything, but your actions gonna speak louder than words. And I'm a people watch. I watch your patterns in action because when I hit, I want that shit to stick, bitch, and they always fucking do. So couldn't be too crazy, home.
Well,
Yeah.
like I said, there are some billionaires. I believe they said, was it Elon Musk? One of them, it's like I think he's on one of the, I think he has Asperger's. Elon Musk, I think he has undiagnosed. That's what I think I read. It was like a few billionaires or whatever, like a lot of geniuses, even Albert Einstein. You know what I'm saying? They
It
said he
started
was
with
like
Mel.
autistic.
Yeah, I didn't even know nothing about it until it happened with my son. But I think what caused is like those injection things, like those shots that they give
Vaccines,
the
yeah.
vaccines. I believe that
I
played
think
like a
so.
strong part in it because like I know my son, he was just fine, and still he started getting those shots, and then it's like he started regressing. Because I
Exactly.
knew nothing about it, I didn't understand. But now that I got educated after my son was diagnosed, because I was waiting on the doctor for a referral, but now I know way more. So like with all my kids, I've had them all tested. So like, yeah, as soon as they were like, I usually get them tested like around 2 years old. I get unless I see any signs, but if not, I get them tested. And yeah, so and there's like
Yeah,
levels to it,
it's
it's definitely,
definitely, they
but it
definitely
started with
have
the
linked that.
boys. Yeah,
Yeah,
but it started heavy with the boys though. But as the years grow, now it's even affecting more girls. But nobody really knows like it's like you can't prove exactly or pinpoint it or whatever like that because some kids neither parent has it. Some kid, well, like in my son case, it runs in his dad's side. But I didn't realize that.
trust me, I really do believe, because I was listening to a lot of different like, um, even different like individuals talking about it, but even like certain articles and stuff, I was
Mhm.
noticing that they linked the vaccines that they're giving like these babies and stuff to like these kids coming out, and you know is messing these kids up and stuff like that or
Mhm.
whatever. So of
Yeah.
course they're not gonna link. I mean, because that's gonna be a whole lawsuit. You know how many? You know how
Right.
much? You know what I'm saying? But there's a
Exactly. And you know who
connection.
lead the charge? How it really got a lot of attention. It was this white actress. Her son was, I think it's Gwyneth Paltrow. I'm not sure. I can't remember the lady's name. But she's like a famous white actress, and she got like some other. But they got together, and they got the money to like get studies done and shit like that. So but like they was talking about how they was hitting like a lot of roadblocks because, like you said, that would lead to millions and millions of lawsuits and then they would have to like like scrap all of that shit and make a whole new one. So it's just easier to keep doing it. But that's why they focus on like certain incomes and stuff like that. They really be mandating that shit. You have to go through a lot to like they don't let your kids go to school without it. Like it's weird that they pushing that shit on the kids. But I do feel like it's some form of like medical
Well,
warfare control. I do believe that.
there are waivers and stuff, like especially you could just say like it's for like religion. There's like a certain paperwork that you can fill out to like excuse yourself from getting like those type of like vaccines. But honestly, I think like I don't know, like I don't know if I had kids, I would probably want them homeschooled. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would want them homeschooled, but I wouldn't do that to them or whatever. Um, i- if I was in, if, because obviously I know like there are waivers that you can sign so that you don't get,
Right.
that you don't have to take vaccines and stuff, because I have family members who, have did that or whatever for religious reasons, because we're not vaccinating our children and stuff like that. But, you know, I just even the shit that they learn in school is, to me, it's just not, they're not really learning anything, and the kids are getting dumber and dumber. So what the hell is the point
Yeah,
outside of
but it
social
depends. Like it
interaction?
depends on the school, though. It depends on the school, and you got to work,
Right.
and you have to work. Like you can't just like depend on the school system. So, and that's like, see, that's what I know. Like if my kid ain't progressing, and I know I'm doing things with them, or you guys, if I look up the school and I see like they average of like graduation. I mean, not graduation so much, but like because at that age, they hardly ever get left back unless it's something like. But like just the overall like testing scores, if I see it's low, you can get your kids removed out of there and stuff like that. But luckily for me, I never really had to deal with like zone school issues and until, well, not even when I moved to Manhattan, because the zip code I was in, the schools were pretty good. So my daughter went to school, but my son, I didn't have to worry about that because it didn't matter his zip code. He was going to get to like the better school based on his diagnosis and his IEP. But yeah, unfortunately, I do think it's a thing of control, but they can't pinpoint it. But I do believe the vaccinations have a heavy thing to do with it. And when they wouldn't have rolled back that lady because she was doing like paying for like to get her studies done. She had got like a bunch of her friends together that deal with that as well, and they was funding like kind of like a STEM research type thing, and they were getting blocked and stuff because they don't want that to come out.
Oh yeah, yeah, because that's gonna be, everybody's gonna be compensated. That's gonna be a whole class action like situation where a lot of people are gonna be getting compensated for something like that or whatever. But I want you and with you and Ness, I would like it for you guys or anybody. Well, with you and Ness specifically, I think it should be a thing where no kids should be talked about on platforms. You know what I'm saying? That way it protects her, situation and your
But I
situation and
already
anybody
been that
else's.
way. But that's not something I need to do. I can't say for her, but I just told her because she claimed that's not something she would allow, but that's why I told her. I specifically said, "Well, I don't want my daughter talked about." Like, I'm not saying it's somebody that I actually know, and we get and they like Nyla, but no, nobody's gonna be coming up there bringing up Nyla because we're having a fucking disagreement or I'm roasting gagging for whatever fucking reason I did it. Whether you agree I had a right to or not, that does not give them the right to talk shit about my daughter, and I made that very clear with her. But I
Yeah.
don't think anybody child should be allowed to be talked about. And I already do that over here. Because they used to get mad at me because I wouldn't allow those gay men to come over here and call women bitches.
Right. I think that that should be a conversation that y'all have so that there will be some sort of
Well, we had the
understanding.
conversation. That's what I'm trying to. We had the
No,
conversation. I told her that.
No, I'm talking
We,
about now. I mean, I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about like moving forward. There needs to be some sort of, agreement that is had between y'all two so that this doesn't happen again, because anybody's going to feel emotional when it comes to, their child and things like
what?
that or whatever. And, somebody coming for their child. Cause I already know when somebody, I already know. I was like, "Oh shit!" Because anytime somebody says something about Nyla and you're on the panel, I'm like, "Oh, oh shit, here we go." because
You're right.
Uppity not gonna stop. She's not gonna stop. So unless you nip it in the bud, unless it's
Right.
nipped in the bud and
Yeah,
stuff
that's
like
the
that or
thing. You
whatever.
should, if you didn't want, if you, don't be telling me to stop. You should have stopped it from the beginning because you already knew what's gonna happen. I'm not about to let no goofy ass bitch say shit about my child. I know the problem, and I ain't gonna let no bitch be in the chat passive aggressive like Jill was. Always try, you overgrown ugly ass bitch coming in the chat giggling at a 6 year old for them saying things that's not even true. Doesn't
Because
It's not gonna change your looks, bitch. You still gonna be ugly, single, and your adult kids are living with you, bitch.
when you let one thing slide, it's gonna always trickle
Right,
back to you because when you piss off Jay Dunn, guess what she's gonna go for? She's gonna then go for your kid. So you got to, I'm talking about, she's gonna go for Nessa's kid. She always is
right,
gonna try to hit below the belt because when she gets hurt, she wants to hurt you. She wants to hit
right,
below your
right.
belt and things like that, or do something that she thinks is gonna hurt you. And of course, what she's gonna go to is she's gonna do her go to and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but
So to knock that all out on all
she just would
fronts.
have. He did. She just not go at her son the other day. If Ness want to be cool and let that shit slide, that's her. That's not me though. And she had no reason to. And at the end of the day, I wasn't even fucking beefing. I merely told her, you basically, I know it's not your thing or whatever, but like, say you one of those people, you could play into what she say. I know you're not gonna strike her, but like, you so worried about the fucking F word, that's a strikeable offense right there. That's against the guideline. So if she really cared about you, why would she even say some shit like that in the first place? So I know she wouldn't care. So I just say, because a lot of people are getting picked up. Look at all these rappers, people, not just rappers, like like people trying to bring the street to the fucking YouTube, trying to seem like the toughest gangster, admitting to all these shit that they do, or things they have access to, or things that they seen, and now they are getting picked up by the FBI all the fucking across the YouTube board. Don't you think they wouldn't come in the beef sector? The fuck? As much as y'all like calling around to all these different government agencies, y'all already put eyes on the situation, anything. That's why it's like a lot of you people are weird. I don't know why you gotta think by threatening certain shit, they just are gonna look at one side. They're gonna look at what the fuck you did too, bitch. The fuck out of here. So I'm like, you
That's
over
why I
here.
said there needs to be a conversation, a serious conversation had between you and Ness so that there can be some level of understanding because once that's squared away, y'all don't have nothing else to be fighting about because y'all need to understand that if somebody talk y'all you guys have children and shit like that. If one talks about one child, they're talking about all of your kids because eventually what Jay Dunn does when you piss her off, if you got kids, she's gonna go at your kids. And she knows about your kids, she's gonna go at your kids. So it's just a matter of time before she does something else egregious, and then you're gonna have to deal with that. So that's why I said on all fronts, on all platforms, the kids should be off limits. Now we can all drag each other, we can drag mothers, fathers, I don't give a shit about that. Adults
Right,
are fine, each other is fine, but when it comes to a kid, we got to draw the line there and shit like that or whatever. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So that is
It's
something.
a shame that some adults wasn't. That's not in them, but they want to play like they good people. Like I can't tell you how to fight when it comes to my child. In my opinion, is no fucking good reason. Even the ones that try to bring up this fake ass concern, bitch, you not concerned because you be in chats when they be dragging my child. And what you need to be concerned about not for anyway? You be sitting there trying to nitpick to find something. You weird ass bitches. Y'all jealous of her life. You are miserable ass, lonely ass hoes. Now to remind you of the childhood you wish you could have. The fuck? I ain't raising no miserable, bitter ass bitches that's following behind these no good ass, broke, pathetic ass men. Please.
Right. So I just really hope that you and Ness, hopefully y'all can communicate behind the scenes so that y'all can have an in front of the scenes dialogue and y'all can square this whole thing away because, like I said, I enjoy seeing you on platforms. I enjoy seeing y'all together and stuff like that. So this should not be, this is a misunderstanding and y'all need to have some sort of understanding going on and and cooler heads need to prevail, you know what I'm saying? That's
Mhm.
what needs to happen. Y'all need to be able to like say like have a dialogue, have a real heart to heart conversation, and she I'm sure she understands that of course you're going to go hard when it comes to Nyla and stuff like that. Of course that's going to make you feel some type of way cuz that's your kid. Your kid came out of you and shit like that. And for somebody like Jay Dunn should not have she should not be on any platform allowed to talk about anybody's children. That should not be allowed and things like that or whatever. So regardless, if she's that hurt, she shouldn't even be on YouTube. If you're that hurt where you got to go for a kid, you
Right.
know you shouldn't even be on YouTube. But that, as we know, this is her life and she's
Yeah,
miserable. This
because
is where
people
she
want to hear you
lives.
actually flirt with people. Like we have the right. Like if y'all gonna do that, like you make that announcement. This is gonna be Jada flirting with Ness. Let us know. Okay, you can have that. Enjoy.
Yeah. uh, yeah. And see that whole thing and stuff like that or whatever goes on at the end of the day should not be, nobody should be dealing, I mean, going at children should be off limits on every platform, you know what I'm saying?
I
But
agree.
I to be perfectly honest,
It
we
won't.
know that in this sector that's not going to happen. So I would
Right.
like you to also understand that when you click on links, they're going to try to go for the jugular and things like that. They're going to try to go for your go-to and stuff like that. Just like when we see Brianna on a panel, no, they'll go for her weight. They'll go for ODS, with the highway situation. They'll go for anything that they know or whatever, what a lot of different things as well. Whatever they know your go to, whatever they know triggers you, they're gonna go for it. So that might be something where you might want to revisit. Do I what where do you want to go and what platforms you want to go to that are not, understanding of that your rule, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to your child. Not even your rule, but your boundaries when it comes to your
Right.
kid, which are understandable.
Exactly. And that's what I said. 'Cause I already told her that. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I definitely think about it. But thank you. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for hanging out with me,
Yeah.
Edie.
Yeah, I will be, around uppity. You know how to get in contact with me. Yeah, you know how to get in contact with me. But it was a good conversation. But I did want to have that dialogue with you, so thanks a lot for that.
Yeah, and thank you for having it. It's always a pleasure. Have fun. I will
All right.
definitely see you on these sheets. And don't be easing up on Juicy. He ain't shit. He's scary. So don't get up his neck. Don't be giving him too many passes.
Oh, I was on Ness's, talking about him the other day. So I mean, I try to hold his feet to the fire, especially when with that whole treasure thing or whatever. Him being scared of a man that's in his that he's older than. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand, but
Yeah, and tell
you
him to
know,
leave Brian alone. Brian his only content right now. He's obsessive over Brian. Because he
what
was treating people like bad too, and nobody want to go to his panel. And he got that boring look. Do that Catherine Snow over there with her long, willing, know nothing ass. Like certain people here on the panel, I just can't take. Ugh.
exactly. So I will talk to you on another day. Next time you go live, I will drop down. But I hope you have a good one.
You two enjoy your night,
Oh,
and think.
make sure you have that. Make sure you and Ness obviously hit each other up behind the scenes and have a dialogue in front of the scenes and maybe have somebody mediate. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even a DMSO or somebody. Somebody mediate. Somebody needs to mediate the situation so that you can be heard and she can be heard. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
know, I think that would be good if y'all have a dialogue on either her platform or somebody's platform where somebody can be like a mediator and stuff like that. I think that would be good so that there can be an understanding. So
Yeah, I
this
hear
doesn't
you.
happen again.
Right. that's
Yeah.
that's for sure. But thank you so much for coming through, Edie. I appreciate you.
All right.
Later.
Bye.
And thanks everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys for coming to hang out. Don't forget to like this video. Make sure you right at the beginning, y'all get to see a little bit of my pink kitchen and how it was coming along because I was watching story times today. And then putting that together since my appointment fell through. But I will see you guys around these YouTube streets. I got the rest so I can get another upload tomorrow. Chef kisses. Mwah.